And if you feel right, you're gonna take it into overtime. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance to your dance at the
Keep
Space
going, you got
Jam.
this.
All right.
All right. What's up, everybody?
It's time to get hyped. Say whoop, there it is. Oh, ladies say whoop, there it is. Now, the fellas
Come on,
say
Smashley,
whoop,
get into
there
it.
it is. I got a
Way to contribute, babe. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Welcome to Lights, Camera,
Cocktails.
Cocktails. We are a podcast that has too much fun pairing amazing cocktails with amazing movies, and we have two great ones for you today.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know what you put in that, but it looks interesting.
Why, yes, it is.
Actually, I do. I can see some of what you put in there.
Are you ready
What am I ready for?
to try the Lights, Camera, Cocktail original
Okay.
called the Space Jam? All right.
Oh, fuck.
You ready?
I mean, yeah.
Here we go. This is what we're doing.
Oh, my God.
Stick with me here. We have 2 ounces of whiskey.
Okay.
And I went out of my way to make sure I got that Jameson from my girl Smashley in
She
the building.
got so excited
Brr,
earlier.
brr, brr.
People, I swear, she walked by the bar and saw Jameson, and it was like she saw one of her old friends.
Oh my God, Jameson! Girl, where have you been? You've been missing off our bar. So I brought her back. Jameson's in the building, and she's in our drink tonight. So 2 ounces of Jameson.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of strawberry jam. A half ounce of strawberry lemonade.
Okay.
3 dashes of blood orange bitters. Shake that all up. Top it with Sprite.
Sprite. Okay.
And that is the Space Jam.
Where'd you get that jam from?
All right. This is homemade jam.
Who made that jam?
My mama
Your mama?
with fresh strawberries.
Nice.
Oh, your mom's gonna be pissed.
She is not going to be pissed.
She's not gonna be pissed. But
She has tons of these. She makes it. There's tons.
Mom, we have strawberry jam in the. Well, we don't have strawberry jam in the fridge because we ate it all.
Yeah.
We got plum jam, and that's not what this recipe calls for.
Oh, your mom is going to.
Shut up!
Look, Mom, I'm sorry. But my mama made this, and I couldn't.
I'm sure it's fantastic.
We had a shelf full of these
On
things.
toast.
So I grabbed them. In our drink. Watch,
Oh,
girl. Fresh
please
strawberries.
Don't be like the mist.
All right.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. There's jam in this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I want to hear your
Here we
you
go.
not being worried about
Cheers,
this jam.
baby.
Cheers. All right, you ready? Here we go. Yep.
Ooh.
That.
You got any problem with that jam?
No, I don't got any problem with that jam.
Yeah, that's what I thought, my friend.
I was worried. I thought I was gonna get like a clump of jam or something. Did you blend it?
No.
Interesting.
It's
What do you
not
think?
bad.
You like
It's
it?
like a cartoon in my mouth.
Oh, Ashley's getting loony already.
Perfect. I created this jam, man.
What, that cartoon out of
It's
your
like
mouth.
like childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes like childhood.
But like not like a Shirley Temple.
You and Jameson go that
Like-
far back?
Cotton candy.
It has like a hint of that strawberry in the lemonade. I can taste a little bit of that orange bitters, blood orange bitters. It
That's
good.
good. That's good.
That's
Can I
good.
get a little more carbonation in mine though?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because I love Sprite
Okay.
and Grant Hill drinks Sprite. What's up, my basketball people? Welcome to March Madness, everybody.
Brr, brr, brr.
Oh, I'm excited.
Someone is.
Yes. Hence the Grant Hill drinks Sprite line. Mm-hmm. I love this month. I love this game. I love this podcast. I love you.
I love you. If I
We're
didn't,
gonna
I
have some
wouldn't.
fun.
I wouldn't be doing this
We're gonna
drink.
be dropping stats this month.
He's gonna be dropping stats this month
You drop stats
on the movie. Yes.
On the movie.
Yeah, but I do that every week. Okay, so you ready for a little bit of Herstory.
We should have gotten one of those stick-on basketball hoops that you put on the door.
We still have time.
Damn it. All right. All right.
Oh, hang it up right.
Yeah.
Wave your hands in the air. We're gonna take it into overtime. Welcome to the Space Jam.
Oh, we're doing Space Jam, by the way, everybody, if you didn't know.
All right. Okay, so are you ready for a little bit of herstory?
Herstory. Yes, I am.
On
What are you going to teach us?
jams and cocktails.
Okay. So that is a thing.
It sure is.
Okay.
I am not the inventor of the Jam Bam cocktail. But yeah.
Is that another drink, the Jam Bam?
No, I should have named this like the Jam Slam Jam. Thank you, ma'am. I don't know.
It's fine.
It's fine. So jam and cocktails is nothing new.
Okay.
I am not the creator of this. This has been done. So I did some digging in this because it was kind of hard figuring out a drink for this. Unlike Disney movies where like their characters have signature drinks that fans have created, Looney Tunes not so much.
Not so much. They kind of...
Yeah. And there's no Michael Jordan cocktails.
Don't tell me that those artists weren't drinking. You know they were drinking.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying there has not been a cocktail named after it. And so I went in a whole different direction. Because when I put Space Jam into Google, Space Jam cocktail came out with a lot of jam cocktails. And that's where I got that idea.
Okay.
So jam cocktails jam pairs good with certain flavors and certain spirits.
I like that you incorporated Sprite rather than like ginger ale or something like that, because Sprite is kind of synonymous with basketball in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. And when you said that when I came in, I was like, you're right. Tons of commercials in the 90s about this.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have jam like strawberry or peach or rhubarb, they mix well with what we're drinking today, whiskey.
Nice.
So that's kind of where I got that whiskey idea for the strawberry. And if you have jam that's like apricot or
Plum, maybe, or
yeah, or where am I?
boysenberry,
Yeah.
blackberry.
Yeah, you can mix that with some gin.
Okay.
It's good. If you have raspberries or mixed berries, mix that mug with some vodka. Okay. So those are some of the spirits and pairings that you could do if you ever want to do this jam thing. Now, if you do want to do this jam thing with your cocktails, make sure that it doesn't end up the way you thought it was going to end up. You got to shake it. Otherwise, you will have chunks of jam in your mouth. And who wants that?
Nobody wants chunks.
No one wants chunks. So don't really put these
Chunks
in...
of nothing in your mouth.
Yeah, don't put these in drinks that are going to need to be stirred because it's going to be lumpy. And you don't want that. That's gross.
No, you make my drink lumpy. I'm going to call you Captain Chunk.
And I don't think I really got that much lump. I do see some strawberry seeds in it, which is cool.
That's fine. Those
But
go
it's
right
good.
down.
Yeah.
And I'm used to drinking like shakes and stuff, so this works.
Yeah, so it's great.
And it's growing on me. I like it.
I told you.
Jeanette, great job on the jam. Thank you.
Yes. So good. You hear that, Mama? So, GM adds some sweetness and some citrus to your cocktail.
Okay.
And it makes it a little more complex in your palate of your cocktail. So it does, because I could kind of taste, like, I want to taste the jam, but I taste other things instead. And it
Like those 2 shots you had earlier.
literally right before we started, I was sober, y'all. Okay.
Takes a little bit more to get Zenobia drunk. She got to get her head right.
I gotta get my head
so
right.
we're on the same level.
I'm starting to already
She's
feel
2
it.
shots, or I should say I'm 2 shots behind her.
I got those shots in. I'm starting to feel it, and I barely gotten through my little drink. So it's gonna be a good show. So add jam to some of your favorite classic cocktails to spice it up and give it a little extra flavor.
Just to sweeten it.
Just to sweeten it. I also heard that there was a peanut butter vodka.
No.
I'm not a big fan, but if you are, I would suggest that you do a little bit of the peanut butter vodka with some jam in your cocktail. See if that balances it out.
Wait, the vodka is made from peanut butter, or
It
you
tastes
add
like no,
peanut-
it tastes like peanut butter
Why not just have a sandwich?
because you can't get drunk off a sandwich.
Okay, well, have a peanut butter sandwich and a White Russian. That's a little.
That's good with
That's
your
kinda-
milk,
that's
right?
not
Okay,
bad.
okay.
But peanut butter and jelly vodka.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I'm gonna leave it alone. If that's you, you know,
That's not us. Unless I find a cocktail that says it, then we might
Yeah.
have to do it.
those people out there in 3D land, you know, do you?
Do you, boo boo? So that's a little bit of herstory on jams in your cocktail.
You made a good drink.
Who knew?
Not me.
I
Fuck no.
was worried about this because I had never tried this before, never tasted, and I made it up. So I didn't know what it was going to be like, and it turned out good.
It did. It did turn
It
out
turned
really,
out
really good.
good.
I like it very much.
All right. Well, everybody get up. It's time to slam now. We're about to do fucking Space Jam. Welcome to that Space Jam. Are you ready for the stats of Space Jam?
I am.
That was good. So, like we said, we are doing the movie Space Jam.
There's so
And-
many songs in this soundtrack.
I know. That one has been in my head nonstop all week, though. Like, I
Yeah.
find myself just being like, I was at work, like, working, and it was quiet, and I was like, whoop, there it is. Up, up, my fellas say. And my coworkers were like, what's going on? No, no,
What's
no,
going on
run,
over
baby,
here?
run. So-
it gets you up. It does.
I don't know. Do they still play that at, like, games? I feel like they
I
do.
would hope so. I don't know.
But maybe not.
I know.
I only go to football games. It's not a football song, so I don't know.
All I know is this was my very first CD that I ever bought.
It was one of my first CDs that I ever
Yeah.
bought. It
I
was
take that back. I didn't pay for it. I didn't steal it. You remember back in the 90s, back in the good old days
Uh-huh.
of the 90s, when you used to order like different CDs from a catalog and they'd
Ooh,
send
yeah.
them to you in the mail.
They're like, it's only $1, but it's really like
It's really like
$101.
expensive as fuck. You can't cancel that shit.
Got you, bitch.
They didn't get me. They got Joe.
Got you, bitch.
But he was picking out CDs, and he actually let me pick one, and I picked Space Jam. Soundtrack to Space Jam. That was my very first CD.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea.
It was one of my first.
Yeah.
I got it for my birthday. I guess I was 10 because it would be 97.
96, 97, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got the soundtrack for my birthday, and I remember having a school dance in elementary school, and they allowed us to, like, submit CDs, but it had to be pre-approved before they would play it at the... And I got the whole CD approved. They played that thing from, like, start to finish, and we were out there getting it off of this. And that's, like, one of my first... I don't fucking
Yeah, I had DJs in elementary school.
No, it was, like, the teacher.
The teacher was like, I'll put this in.
Yeah.
Got you.
Mm-hmm. It was...
Little did they know.
So this is the stats.
Do you guys still have to dance like this? Arms reach apart
Yeah, we were like in fifth.
until they turn their head, and then it's like,
We were like fifth grade. Like
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
fifth, sixth grade. We weren't allowed to be like bumping grinding.
I was kissing girls in 6th grade.
I was a good girl. Yeah, I don't know about you. I was just kissing boys.
What?
Yet.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so
It was the ghetto. It's what we do.
you got nothing else to do. So you ready for the stats?
Yeah, give me the stats.
This movie came out November 15th, 1996, baby.
Yes.
And I went to the theater to see this.
That's 4 days after my birthday. Why didn't I go to the theaters to see this?
I don't know what to tell you.
Anyway.
But I do remember going to the movie theaters to go see this. So the budget for this movie
Uh-huh.
is $80 million
Damn.
in 1996. So in 2020 money, 2020,
2020.
it's $131 million to make
It's a
this movie.
healthy budget.
Yes.
Dude.
And it made worldwide $230 million.
There you go.
So that money translated in 2020, $378 million.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So it made a profit. I like that.
Just a little bit.
Damn, dude.
Just a lot of bit.
And that's mostly worldwide. Like, it barely made its money back in the U.S.
That's true. 'Cause in the U.S., it was about 90 million.
Mm-hmm. 10 million. Pfft, drops in the bucket. No big deal.
Nothing.
Can I get 10 million, people?
I mean, it made its money back. So,
Mm-hmm.
the
my
Rotten Tomatoes.
What did they say? What did they say?
Them rotten ass tomatoes.
Yeah, they usually are rotten.
Critics, 43%. Audience, 63%. Zenobia, 78.
Okay. I mean, I gotta wonder what people are thinking when they judge a movie like this. You know? Or just movies in general. Like, are you categorizing it or comparing it to The Wizard of Oz or some shit like that? Or are you taking it for what it is? Like, it's geared towards a specific audience, obviously. Actually, I don't know if it is. This one kind of goes across a number of audiences.
Okay, this is
It's
what
like-
I think. One, it was panned by the critics day one when it even came out, which I understand because the acting is not that great.
Sure.
Even Bill Murray's jokes aren't that great, and that says a lot for Bill Murray.
I thought Bill Murray was hilarious.
Mm.
Maybe it's because I have a childhood attachment to it.
As do I, but I
Yeah.
looked at it as when we do this,
Yeah.
the first time I watch it is me like, yay,
Yeah.
and then after that it's me like really looking at this fucking shit.
Sure.
What's
Don't get me
going on?
wrong. I mean,
What can
our
we
main
change? What can we
character
fix?
is not an actor.
He's not an actor. He didn't do the worst, but he ain't that good.
But find me somebody who could do that, do the physicality like him.
What do you mean,
Don't
basketball?
exist. Yeah.
We'll see. There's another one coming.
I mean, now, but that dude ain't an actor.
No, but he is more of a character and has more of a personality than Michael Jordan.
True, because he's used to being on TV shows and like
He has a
he's got-
personality.
yeah.
But Michael Jordan doesn't. I mean, not that he
necessarily.
doesn't, but he's
Michael
not.
Jordan always was very charismatic when he was doing his interviews.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why they chose him. Is because they knew that he was comfortable in front of the camera. He understood a certain amount of being in front of the camera and not so much acting, but playing himself.
But I do want to point out that this is literally before we had people like Shaq and all these other big name basketball players who've gone on to do things like Rick Fox, where you're like, I am an actor. Like, where, even Shaq shows up in movies and,
Yep.
your
We
personality.
talked about him. Oh no, we didn't.
We
No.
will when we do Grown Ups
When we
too.
do Grown Ups too.
But like you
What are
get,
you doing? Get in there.
yeah,
Let me do it.
even before like, Charles Barkley became like, Charles Barkley, who
Yeah,
like
I think this was
he has a big
probably his
personality.
entrance into that.
I do agree on that one big time because he stands out of all of the athletes. He's the one that stands out the best. Best comedic timing, best like jokes. He's just him getting fucking played with these damn like teenage girls. It's hilarious. You're like, look at him.
It's this girl, 5 feet nothing.
Nothing, man.
Block my shot.
He's like, oh, what was this dream?
It wasn't a dream. It really
It
happened.
really. She's like,
Country ass.
You ain't Charles Barkley. You're just a guy who looks
Wanna
like
be to
him.
look like Charles Barkley. That's
She's like,
messed up.
Ooh, leave.
Break out.
Break out.
Be
Yeah.
gone, wanna be.
Yeah, he looks all sad. So that is something that you have to take into consideration because there weren't basketball players like we have now where they show up on things,
Sure.
But he did a good job.
Sure. I think he did a good job. For not being an actor, I think he did a good job.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about him later.
But are you ready?
What am I ready for?
Are you ready for the motherfucking drinking game?
There's no way I was going with you on that one, but I like
yes,
it.
sir. You like the little breakup?
I do, but my nose is running. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
A second. Okay. That's fine. I'm trying to figure out what.
I got backups. Sorry.
All right. So with this motherfucking drinking game, get ready.
Okay.
Grab your SpaceJam cocktail and get ready for
Got it.
some of the greatest drinking games ever made. I don't know if it's true or not.
Nobody has ever made a drinking game out of this movie. Here you go.
Here you go. So you're going to take one sip. When Bugs says, what's up, Doc? Or he is chewing on his carrot.
Okay.
All right?
He
so
does
when you
say-
see his little staples.
He says Doc a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He even messes with the Monstars, too. Does he have long ears like this?
Uh-huh.
Does he say, what's up, Doc, like this?
Uh-huh. Does he
Never
hop
played
around?
of him, sorry.
He's like, does he hop around like this? Never heard of him. Okay.
God bless you. We got Michael Jackson in the living room.
All right. So you're going to take one sip. When Bill Murray asks if he can play basketball, if he can join the NBA.
Would you get off that kick? It's over. It's done. You can't play.
It's because I'm white, isn't it?
No. Larry's white.
Larry's white. He's not white. He's
Larry's clear.
He's clear.
I love both of those scenes.
Okay. You're going to take one sip
One simp.
when there is product placement.
Okay.
So,
I'm only thinking of Daffy when he kisses his butt. It's like something trademark of Warner Brothers Inc.
Or when, what's his name?
Oh,
Stan,
yeah,
he's like, put on your Hanes, like up your Nikes, grab
your Wheaties and your Gatorade. We'll pick up a Big Mac on the way to the ballpark. That's right. Freaking Stan.
So each one of those,
Okay.
you're going to take a sip. And there's
Gotcha.
other ones as
So
well.
just keep it up there on that scene. Just
Keep your eyes out because there's a couple more. You're going to take a sip when someone says, where am I? When someone says basketball.
basketball it is. What is basketball? We never played that. What's that?
What's
Lights.
They show them the old video. Okay,
Are you there yet?
you're going to take one sip
One cent.
when a shot is made.
Nice.
So when someone makes a shot, you're going to take a sip. You're going to take a sip.
That's a lot of simping.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
You're going to take a sip when baseball is said.
Baseball. Okay.
Okay? Which you could say it's quite often.
He's a baseball
Ball player.
player. Looks like a basketball player to me.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Mattel, he's my favorite. So you don't take a sip when someone comes down to Looney Tune Land or whatever it's called.
Oh, each time somebody goes down the rabbit hole, you might
Down
say.
the rabbit hole, which
Okay.
is only about
It's
3.
only a few times, yeah.
But yes, when that happens, you
Yeah.
don't do it.
Zenobia, just how exactly did you get here?
My friend, I'm friend with the
Producer's
producer.
a friend of mine. Just had a teamster come drop me off. You know.
Yeah, that checks out.
Now that I think about it, there's a few more of those also because you got to count when the actual Looney Tunes come back as well.
Count it.
Count it.
You're gonna take a simp
I've been simping.
when Monstars is said.
Monstars.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I didn't get dragged down here to get my butt whipped by a bunch of ugly Monstars.
Exactly.
We're letting them push us around.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that Jordan is a much better motivational speaker, and that those
I
were
hope
written
so,
for
because
him.
otherwise he's just like, I'd be like, Jordan, if you don't sit your talented ass down,
Right?
not all of us are you. You gonna take a simp when Bugs or Daffy makes fun of the real world. So this includes him, one of my favorites, where he's like, hey, you know all the t-shirts and lunchboxes we have all our face on? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen any money from that?
Not a cent. We
Yeah,
got to get better
Rangers.
agent. We're being screwed.
Yes. I want that. And any other references to...
Uh-huh. Your shorts in 3D land?
Yep. Take a simp.
Okay.
You gonna take a simp when someone says Stan. They say it a lot.
Stan.
Say his
Okay.
name a lot. He even says his name.
He does. It's Stan. What does he call him? Steve or something like that?
And he's like, you can call me that if you
But
want.
you can call me that if you want.
He's like,
He's just at his beck and call, dude.
mm-hmm.
A little too much.
You gonna take a simp
Mm-hmm.
when Jordan says one of the characters' names.
Bugs.
Bugs, Daffy, Tweety.
What does he say? Bugs Bunny. You're a cartoon. You're not real. Not real, eh? Okay.
You gonna
Yeah,
take a
yeah,
simp?
there's a few of those.
You gonna take a simp. You gonna finish your drink when the basketball players get their talent stolen. So they're all. I like where he's like, it just went up into my body and into my brain. And he's all like,
Larry Johnson.
Yeah.
Who do you think did the best job in terms of getting their talent stolen?
I don't know. They all did a
They
really
all
good
did
job.
pretty good.
It was
Like
convincing.
Bugsy's just moving like
that's
a
true.
bird.
He's just like, oh Lord, oh Lord.
I got it. I got his talent.
You're going to finish your drink
Mm-hmm.
when you first see Jordan play basketball. So this is when he finally gets his shorts, he finally gets his shoes, and he's like, let me see if I can still do
Yeah,
this
let's
shit.
see if I can remember how to do this again.
Yeah.
Doo-doo.
Do, 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 do.
When he flies like an eagle.
Yes. It's just a commercial for real. You gonna take a simp. You're gonna finish your drink.
I'm gonna finish that drink.
You gonna finish your drink when the monsters turn back into little monsters.
That was so much fun. My clothes don't fit.
I know they're all like,
What a trip.
you got anything else in the drinking game?
Fuck yeah. First off, I would like to say I don't know if I want to amend the take a simp when a point is scored rather than suggesting take a simp every time somebody dunks the basketball, because there is a majority of the points scored are dunks, and if you take a simp every time that a point is scored, you're going through like 5 or 6 of these, I feel like. But that's on you guys.
That's on you guys.
Yeah.
Take
Drink
whatever
accordingly.
Take whatever one you want. You're like, oh, there's a basketball. You just can drink. I don't care.
Okay. And I would say finish a drink when Jordan embraces his Looney Tune and stretches his arm to the basket.
He tried. They tried to hold him back.
Right?
He's like, why you wait till there's 10 seconds left on the goddamn clock to
Tell me that I can do the shit that you guys can do since I'm here.
I can stretch and do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Be flat, blow up, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
All right.
I also have a theory about that, but we'll get to that.
All right.
I'm sorry.
And that is the motherfucking drinking game. The motherfucking drinking game. How you like that?
Does Does this just become a game to see if I can actually sync up with you?
Yeah. Now I'm
Okay.
I'm trying to mix it
Now
up.
you're trying to just fuck with me. He's like, nope, he's not getting me tonight.
That's
Nope.
because I don't want to be stale and do the same shit for a million years
No,
over and
don't
over.
do that.
I gotta mix it up once in a while.
Yeah. And don't laugh either, because it ain't funny.
Because it ain't funny.
You were scared, weren't you? Don't be
Mm-mm.
scared.
Don't be scared. Can I give you a fun fact before we start?
If anybody does the drinking game for the podcast, I almost feel like I should add in take a sip anytime that we quote life, because we do it damn near every podcast.
I would like to change that to take a sip every time we quote a Eddie Murphy movie.
That's probably better, because it's either Life or Harlem Nights or, Coming to America.
Yeah. We just hit them.
Oh my god. We should probably just redo those
And that's funny
movies
because
for the video
I
option.
almost said an Eddie Murphy line today when we were just talking. You were talking about the peanut butter vodka.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, man, just go eat a sandwich. That's what you said, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, like, go
Why are you putting the mayonnaise on my chicken sandwich?
Which is from Dreamgirls. So, yeah, I think that should be the rule because we
No
quote
mayonnaise
him
on the chicken
on
sandwich.
the chicken sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sandwich. All right. You ready for a fun fact?
I'm ready for a fun fact.
So, the concept for this movie,
Mhm.
do you know what it's based on?
No?
It is based on 90s Nike ads
Oh.
that had Jordan and Bugs Bunny versus Marvin the Martian and his little alien henchman.
Got you.
And so people loved it, these ads. And so they
Okay.
were like, we should kind of do a movie about this.
And then they just took Jordan's life and put it into the movie, essentially.
Yeah.
Because everything else is pretty much true. He really did retire in 93.
Yeah.
This really was right after his father tragically passed away. He really did come back in 96. Yeah, 96, 97, 98 is when they won. So he came back like 95 after the Houston Rockets won.
Mm-hmm.
And he really did try to play baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they essentially took his real life story and put it into a movie. And just to be clear, he wasn't as bad as they're depicting in the movie in terms of baseball. He put up halfway decent numbers in the minor
If he
leagues.
was not Michael Jordan,
He would never gotten a tryout, obviously.
then yes, then he sucks. He took the spot from somebody who actually was semi-decent.
Valid.
That's all I see. That's all I kept thinking. I was like, you're just trying to get another money grab. You trying to do another sport that you want to do. I guess that's cool.
He always wanted to play baseball
Yeah. Well,
because
I'm
his
glad
dad
he
was a
picked.
baseball player.
Well, I'm glad he picked basketball.
He tried to play baseball before he played basketball when he was like 12 or something like that.
And they're like, maybe you should go out for basketball. and change the world.
Since we're going to be talking about him through the whole movie, I'll give you one fun fact right now about him. He is listed at 6'6", probably closer to 6'5.5". Both of his parents are under 5'9". I don't know how the hell he got so tall. But
His mom is 5'9"?
no, both of his parents are under 5'9". So his dad is 5'9". I don't know how tall his mom is, but it's less than 5'9". Somehow
she probably like my height.
he got to 6'6".
But look at my parents and my brother Kenneth. He's fucking huge. And my parents are just pretty average.
No, your dad's pretty tall. Yeah.
I think he's shrinking.
That's what we do.
what we're
I
doing.
wouldn't be surprised if I've shrank by now.
Shrinking. Or maybe I'm just getting taller because he always felt taller than he is now.
Standing up straight finally.
So I can feel tall because I'm shrinking. So that's a good fun fact. I like that.
I'll throw them out there sporadically.
Okay.
There's too many to actually... It'd be a whole week of podcasts, a whole month of podcasts if we talked about all the things that are Michael Jordan.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, nobody's got time for that. Especially since we talk about movies on this, not athletes. But we're going to talk about some athletes today. Starting with, just kidding, we're going to talk about the director.
Okay.
Mr. Joe Pytka.
Mm.
And every time I see his name, I think of The Love Guru with Mike Myers, which I do love that movie,
I don't know.
but I'm okay if you don't want to do it.
I
I think it's a great movie, though.
think I'm gonna pass on that one, but
It's Justin Timberlake as a French Canadian.
I don't know if you know this, but we already did him.
His name is Jacques Lecoq Grande.
I already talked about that fine man.
Who is this in my house? He makes a Quebec pizza.
With the ladies, does you right You ever been in such a one?
Well, anyway, Mr. Joe Pytka is a longtime director, cinematographer, producer, and he is a bit of an unsung hero, you might say.
Okay.
This is his biggest movie that he's ever done
Today. What else is
to
he
date.
done?
Well, I mean, my man's 81 years old.
You could do him.
All the other movies that he's done, you've never heard of.
Okay.
However,
How did he get this job?
I don't know. Well, I do know because he has a long track record of being very reliable.
Okay.
And so he started directing music videos and commercials and TVs and such. And you might recognize some of his work. Some of my favorite music videos. Such as Michael Jackson's The Way You Make Me Feel.
Okay.
The way you make me feel.
I've seen that.
Love that music video. Also, Dirty Diana.
Oh, so he's working with the king.
He's working with the king a lot, actually. He also did Heal the World.
Make it a better place.
For you and
For me and the entire human race.
Yes. For this movie, he also directed Seal in Fly Like an Eagle.
Da, 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 da. Oh, Ray Ross song.
I
Ba, ba, da, da.
do love that song, though.
I don't really care that much for that movie, so I don't know if we'll ever do that one. Batman.
Oh, yeah. That was...
Forever.
Damn, Seal, you just creating songs specifically for movies? And those are some of
They're
his
bangers.
best ones.
Yeah, we still sing them.
Uh-huh. No, I can't.
Baby, I can bring you to a kiss from a rose on a grave.
So,
Ooh.
afterwards, he started working with Britney Spears a lot.
Ooh, what videos, girl?
He didn't do her videos. He did, like, her commercials and stuff.
Like the Pepsi commercial?
The Pepsi commercials were all him.
Okay, those
Yeah.
are good ones.
Yeah. He did do some John Lennon things for the very best of John Lennon and stuff like that.
Okay.
And since then, he's been directing TV and commercials. He does have a Lifetime Achievement Award from the DGA
Okay.
for working in commercials and television. And I don't know why he didn't continue on with features. Maybe he liked moving on to smaller, shorter projects.
You don't have to spend as much time on them.
Not nearly as much time. Shit. Making a movie is like going to war, man. It's exhausting.
It's rough.
You can only do it if you are prepared and financed.
It's raw.
But that's all I got on Mr. Joe Pytka. We appreciate you. You made a great movie. It's a memorable one from my childhood.
True. True.
And if you're ready, we can dive into this very long cast. And we're going to speed right through a lot of it. Because shit.
Okay.
First and foremost, honorable mention to Mr. Brandon Heyman. Wait, Brandon Hammond. Hammond? Is Chelsea or Kelsey?
Chelsea. Furman, German. Who are we talking about? Who?
Brandon Hammond. He plays young Michael Jordan.
Oh, Soul Food.
Yeah, soul food, exactly. I want to go play in North Carolina.
Yeah,
Play on a championship team. Then I want to play in the NBA.
And then.
Once I've done all that,
Yep.
I want to play baseball just like you, Dad.
And
Shit.
he's like, yeah, right.
Now that's a sport.
Okay.
Yeah. So Brandon Hammond, we're gonna talk about him a little bit more when we do Soul Food because we are gonna do Soul Food. Love that movie. Absolutely love that movie. But yeah, he plays young Michael Jordan. I thought he did a good job.
He only
He
in
looked
there
like
2
he
minutes.
could handle the ball a little bit.
He made you believe it was good
That you could fly.
that he could be a basketball player.
I am gonna say that he did travel on his way to the rim in that little slow motion shot. He took 3 steps.
You gonna be technical with a baby?
Yes. Also,
He practiced it in his backyard. He only 12.
the reason I pointed out is also because they changed the rules in the NBA specifically because of Michael Jordan.
Cause he be cheating. He be traveling.
Well, technically, yes. He would get a number of the calls when he did take 3 steps. And so they adjusted the traveling rule because of him. So depending on what you're doing, so if you're on your way to the basket, you can take that 3rd step now because of Jordan. That's not another fun fact on Jordan sprinkled in there.
Oh my god.
Yup.
Okay.
So, we gotta talk about all these basketball players. There is a shit ton of them in here. And before we talk about the ones that are actually in the movie, just the ones that you see, like Vlade Divac, Ahmad Rashad, Jim Rome's ass is in there. We got AC Green is in there. There's so too many to mention.
Yeah.
That just like they got the Lakers coach Del Harris or whatever his name was.
I remember him.
I remember his ass.
I remember the
was
good old
all right.
days when we
I like Pat
before
Riley
there was
myself.
a Staples Center.
Yep, back
there
when
was
they were
a
at
forum.
the forum.
I saw Fleetwood Mac there a couple years ago.
Did you really?
Yeah.
We were there a couple weekends ago. We saw.
Is that where you guys were?
Yeah, we went to go see Tyrese in
There
there.
you go.
But yeah, I appreciate that they got actual NBA players in this movie, and I hope they all paid them accordingly. Shit.
I mean, I would pay them for their acting, so they're not gonna get that much.
I mean, if you have,
I'm just being mean.
I'm saying like you can't pay an NBA player as an extra.
No,
You
because
know.
they had speaking roles for the majority.
Well,
Most
even
of
the
them.
ones that aren't speaking, you can't. If they're on camera,
Yeah.
they're technically doing a stunt, so you got to at least pay them as stuntmen.
Okay.
'Cause they're
That's
playing
still
basketball.
a lot less than whatever the fuck they make on a game.
Very true. However, I don't like anybody getting taken advantage of. And also, I mean, you never know. Some of these players, you know, they get out of the NBA and they don't got, you know, a dime to their name.
It's
It
true.
happens.
It's true.
You know, it's a tough road. But that's neither here nor there. So, you want to talk about all these NBA players?
You want to talk about all these NBA players?
Oh, yes, I do.
I did no research on them. I figured you were going to do the research on them. And
Research. I've been researching.
whatever. You would do the
For
knowledge
30
on them.
years.
All right. But there's
Since
a million of
Showtime.
them. It's a million of them, so keep them short and sweet.
I'm going to keep them short and sweet. I'm actually only going to talk about the ones that have speaking roles. So, starting with Mr. Larry Bird. Larry's not white. Larry is clear.
He's clear.
He's very blonde. He's very
is.
very light complected. So Larry Bird plays Larry Bird.
I know him. I do, and I know his name and who he is.
A lot of people know who Larry Bird is.
Did
and
he play for...
Boston.
I was correct, but you didn't even let me say it.
I'm sorry. I mean,
The Celtics, yes, go ahead.
yes, he played for the Boston Celtics.
Whatever, see,
For
I
his
actually...
entire career.
My one basketball fact I had...
You got more facts than that.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So Larry Bird did play for the Boston Celtics for his entire career. He led them to 5 NBA Finals appearances, won 3 of them in 81, 84, 86, something like that. You know, 3-time MVP for the league, also Finals MVPs. Like, my dude is amazing. He's arguably one of the greatest players in basketball history. And if you see his highlight reels, you'll see why. He also holds 89% career free throw average, as well as like 38% 3-point shooting average for his entire career. That's fucking insane, especially for a guy that is 6'9". My dude is tall.
Okay.
However, he also was playing the night that Jordan scored his career high of 63 points. And there's obviously footage. So one of Jordan's...
There's footage?
There's footage, yeah.
They had cameras back then?
Right? One of the famous shots is of Jordan when he's down on the baseline and he's dribbling the ball outwards to towards the top of the key. He stops. He throws the ball between his legs like 3 or 4 times, comes back over, and Larry's guarding him and then pops it right in his face. That was, I believe, the same night that he scored 63 points on Boston. Sadly, Larry Bird, well, not sadly, actually, before I mention that, he is a member of the 1992 Olympic Dream Team. Therefore, he is inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame twice, because that Dream Team was inducted into the Hall of Fame, as well as Larry Bird himself was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Cool.
But being 6'9", he did suffer some back injuries, and so he had to retire early in like 91, 92, something like that. Mm-hmm. Most of his career was spent battling against none other than our Los Angeles Lakers. So this rivalry goes all the way back to college, because Larry played for Indiana State University, and the year that they went to the NCAA championship, they had to play against Michigan and none other than Mr. Irvin Magic Johnson.
Yep.
Larry lost. And Magic likes to refer that as that was the day that I went 1-up on Larry Bird. Because these two men went back and forth all throughout the 80s. Majority of the championships in the 80s either went to the Celtics or they went to the Lakers. And it's because of these two gentlemen. So, yeah, that's a little bit on Mr. Larry Bird. And I thought he did all right. I thought he did a good job heckling Bill Murray.
Just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't jump. I can't. Yeah, go on.
And?
Y'all keep it down. I'm trying to hit this ball over here.
Do you want a fun fact?
On Larry Bird?
I ain't got no basketball fun facts. I already told you that. That is not my specialty. I don't got nothing.
And we're talking about
the
Larry.
one that I had. You already took it.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't that fun. Most people knew that. No. The original promotional website for this movie that came out in 1996 is still on the World Wide Web.
www?
So if you go to www.spacejam.com, you will be transported in a time machine back to 1996
shit.
with all the internet graphics and the layouts of all that time. So if you want to get a kick out of that, or if you're young and you don't know what the internet was prior to this, go on there, because that will give you an idea of what the fuck
Now,
we
if
were
you
dealing
go
with.
to this website now,
Yes.
do you have to wait for it to finish loading like it was in 96?
No, that would be funny. It
You
just
get the little
automatically
timer. Tick, tick, tick,
has the
tick,
timer and some dial-up noises. Yeah. So,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was a funny one. And I have gone on it, and it is... I wonder when the new movie comes out, are they going to, like, get rid of it?
I hope not.
Or are they going to just, like...
Do another one.
I would just have a...
Do another one, Warners.
I would add a link onto that one to take you to the modern one, but I still want that old ass. Because that's hilarious.
Well, we can dive into the Monstars, the players whose talent they stole.
Yes.
Starting with Mr. Sean Bradley.
Is that the tall white one?
That is the... Yeah.
He's the only one I've never...
He played for the Mavericks.
I never recognized his face. I was like, yeah.
So he was actually very new to the NBA when he got cast in this movie. I think he was like 1 or 2 years into the NBA. I think he got drafted in like 93.
I feel like they
Something
were
like
like,
that.
we need to like throw a white player in here.
Uh-huh.
And Larry Bird was already like gone.
Yeah, he was already retired.
They're like, look, we got this tall, new, young kid. Let's put him in the mix.
Well, not only that, he's very charactery in the first place. He was 200 pounds, 7 feet 6 inches.
That's why he hit his damn head on the doorway.
That hurt.
No, I'm talking about when they're walking down the street, down the hallway with the doctor. They're all talking. And they're like, doof.
7 feet 6 inches.
He has to
Which,
duck through everything.
You know, that scene, tell me it doesn't look like Muggsy and the doc are on like one of those
They are.
tread things.
Oh, they totally are.
They totally are,
They're
right?
being pulled. Yeah.
Meanwhile, everybody else is walking on regular floor.
I'm glad you noticed that because I did too.
I've always seen that. I was like, are these
How are
motherfuckers
they
on
walking?
like escalator or whatever it is? Like those things you see at the airport?
Pooper meters? People movers.
People movers. That's what they're called.
You know, the pooper meters. Filling those shots.
5'3" Muggsy Bogues and 7'6" Sean Bradley. Get the fuck
5'3"?
We're going to get there.
He makes me feel like a fucking...
We're going to get there.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we got this white boy. He played what team again?
The Mavericks.
He played
Played
he
for the
came,
Mavericks.
he conquered. I've never seen him in no other commercial or
He
no
is
nothing
the
else.
second tallest American to ever play in the NBA.
Who number one?
I don't know.
Check.
No, he's 7'1".
How tall is the white boy?
7'6". Yeah.
He had to be a basketball player, or else how would he afford a bed?
I don't know, bro.
He had to, or else he wouldn't be able to live in any.
I don't know. I think
House.
He was doing some Mormon stuff before he made himself available for the draft.
I mean, I would have to build my own house. How am I supposed to like walk through doorways? He would have to duck every time he went into anywhere, any room.
Anywhere.
That's awful.
Strangely enough, he's actually worked on a few things after this. He was in Walker, Texas Ranger in 2000.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. And some other show called Studio C.
Okay.
And then he played a mechanic in The Singles Ward, which is a movie.
I've never heard of it. But
Me neither.
how did they get his big ass underneath the car?
I don't know. I'm assuming that Vince Vaughn was the lead character and they needed somebody that would fit in the screen with them.
Yeah, everyone in the cast.
Vince Vaughn's ass is
I
6'4".
was like, everyone in the cast has to be super tall.
Mm-hmm.
Or else, like, if you're not, it's just like a shot of you and his crotch.
I don't know what you feeding him, but he is too damn big. When we gonna do those movies?
I'm down. Okay,
That's
so
the second time I've referenced that movie in this episode.
it's a good movie.
Oh my god. Or that trilogy.
So what? Who is next in the mob squad?
And the Mon Squad, we're the Monstars. M-O-N. Let's see what you got, chump.
I like calling them the mob squad because they be mobbing down.
High hit 'em, high hit 'em, high hit 'em, high.
What?
You hit 'em low, hit 'em low, hit 'em low.
Well, going straight to the hole. You ain't got no brain.
Let's talk about Mr. Patrick Ewing.
Yeah,
New York Knicks. What's happening?
I know that one.
You know that one?
He's the taller black guy that's not Charles Barkley.
So can you distinguish between them and their talents when they are the Monstars?
Yeah, because the Monstars kind of look like them.
Kind of, yes. So the hardest ones to distinguish are between Larry Johnson and Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing is the green one. Larry Johnson is the purple one.
Well, no,
The way you can tell is because of the bottom half.
that's not what. Those ones are easy to tell apart because
Hell no.
because Larry Johnson, is that his name?
Yeah.
He looks tall like a goofy white boy. He looks like himself,
no,
but
no,
he's
no.
he's the blue one.
No. The purple one and the green one are the two that you can't quite figure out.
The bigger
Sean
ones.
Bradley is the white boy.
He's
the
the goofy one. Yeah,
You know exactly who Charles Barkley is. He's the you
Yeah.
see this kind of chunky fellow over here.
yeah. He's the one with the booty.
Yeah. Nice butt. They
Well, did
straight
you-
pants his ass.
Yes, and then when he squishes Bugs Bunny and he lands on it, his butt's like gets a nice little booty jiggle. Yeah, that's him.
And of
always known
course, Muggsy Bogues is the short one.
Yes.
So it's Patrick and Larry Johnson's Monstar characters that are a little hard to distinguish. But the way you figure it out is by Larry Johnson's physique.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Johnson is very toned and skinny all the way up, and then he's got this V that comes up afterwards. So he's the purple one. Patrick Ewing is the green one.
Chess.
So Patrick Ewing, also on the 92 Dream Team, also a, what is it called? Shit, I've been drinking. God damn.
There's no gin in it. I mean, sure.
I know, but I've been drinking too fast. See, you took 2 shots and you're still more coherent than I am.
We're going to tell you. I'm the one who wanted to have the booze on the show.
I know. So Patrick Ewing is also in the Hall of Fame. He is a forever New York Knick, except for the last 2 seasons. I believe he got traded. I didn't even realize this at the time. I don't know if he got traded or if he got released from his contract. But he played briefly with the Seattle Supersonics and the Orlando Magic.
Supersonics.
Supersonics.
Okay.
And he is... my dude was in the NBA for 17 or 18 seasons. And he is among the greatest centers to ever play. And this is after his knees had gone. Like, if you watch him in college, he's incredible. He played for Georgetown. Excuse me. And I didn't start to see him until the early 90s, you might say. And by this time, his knees were gone. You know, he didn't have the physicality that he used to have. But even with not having the athletic ability that he once did, still became one of the greatest centers of all time. And now he is back at Georgetown as the head coach.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. So, long
Full
time
circle.
Georgetown coach Thompson. What's his name? Dean Thompson, I want to say. We're going to talk about him in a later movie.
Dean?
In this month.
Then that must make you Jerry Lee Lewis. Dean sings the songs. Wait, no. Lewis tells the jokes. Dean sings the songs and gets the girl.
Either way, he signed a multi-year contract to be the head coach for Georgetown University, so that's where he's at right now.
How much?
I don't know. I don't know how much money they gave the man, but it's Georgetown. He's a Hoya.
So, a couple million.
Bulldogs. Yes, absolutely. Since we were already talking about Larry Johnson, we can talk about his ass. You remember those Grandma Mom commercials from the 90s?
Mm-hmm. That's probably why I recognize him.
That's probably why they brought him in to play this. Also because he was already on Family Matters. Do you remember? You don't remember that episode where Grandma Mom came to play with Urkel?
No, but I'll look it up.
It's the best.
Because it's on Hulu.
Eddie and Waldo didn't want Steve to play on their team because some dude from another school or another town who was an amazing basketball player came in and didn't have a team, and so they wanted him, and therefore they kicked Urkel to the curb.
Oh.
I know.
Waldo, Faldo, Ronaldo.
And because of this, Grandma Ma, a.k.a. Larry Johnson, said, I'll play with you. And they ended up whooping Eddie and this dude in the final game. And there's a great shot of Urkel dunking the basketball and looking back at Eddie like this. Just,
well, bitch. That's funny.
So, yeah, Larry Johnson was doing some TV acting before he got SpaceJam.
All right.
Also, number 1 pick in the 1991 NBA draft. Something I forgot to mention about Patrick Ewing, he was the very first lottery in the NBA draft ever. So the first year they did the lottery, he was the first one picked.
When was that?
I don't know, 80s, 81, something like that. I don't remember.
Okay.
But Larry Johnson was a man, dude. I always loved watching him. He didn't play nearly as long as you would think he would. He only played for about 10 years.
Get that money, get out.
Yeah, he got out. He's 50 years old now. And he did a few things afterwards also. He produced a movie. He produced a movie in 2001 called Triumph of Faith. He was also in Eddie with Whoopi Goldberg. I think she coached the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, no, I
like
totally remember that movie. But, yeah, I guess they did use real basketball players. That's right. Yeah, she became the coach.
Yeah.
We need to do more Whoopi movies. What we doing, Sister Act?
I don't know. We do need to do more Whoopi Goldberg
But you know
movies.
what? We're going to start with Sister Act 2.
Now I'm just thinking of Eddie. Now I'm
Back in the habit.
remembering the movie. When first time she walks in the locker room, she sees one of the players is naked and she's like,
Yeah.
It looks like a pimple on his back.
I loved it. I totally remember that movie.
To be so much bigger because he's so tall.
Can we do that? That's a basketball movie. I never even thought about that
I didn't
one.
even think about that, but yeah, we can do that movie for sure.
Okay.
Because not only is Larry Johnson in it, but his teammate, Mr. Tyrone Muggsy Bogues.
The little one.
The shortest basketball player in NBA history.
Oh, yeah, because he makes me feel like I'm Shaq next to this fool.
My dude. So he was my favorite player growing up.
I wonder why.
Because he's short as fuck like me. Not only that, fast. This is before Earl Boykins, not before Spud Webb, but Spud Webb was about 5'7" and he can dunk. Muggsy Bogues cannot dunk the basketball. Okay? So, like I said, this is before Earl Boykins came along in like the early 2000s. He was 5'5". Muggsy Bogues is 5 feet 3 inches tall, and damn it if he could not make that ball sing. So he did not get scouted, obviously, coming out of high school. He went to Wake Forest, played all 4 years there. Then he got picked up by the Washington Bullets, is what it was. He got picked up by the Washington Bullets, and then when the lockout happened, they did not choose to keep him, and that's when he got picked up by the Charlotte Hornets. That's when he was playing with Larry Johnson. So Muggsy Bogues is considered one of the fastest players on the court as well.
Okay.
One of the hardest working players, one of the fastest players, one of the smartest point guards that you ever see. Also, he's 5 feet 3. Can't nobody keep up with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I thought he did a good job. I always enjoyed watching him play. I really enjoyed him in this movie. And I like the character that they create for him as a Monstar.
Yeah, it's
Like
a
this
perfect.
pesky little, like, come here, come here.
Yeah.
We the Monstars. M-O-N.
He's all jumping on their bags and shit. He don't care. I loved him. Yeah. He was good.
It was damn good. 55 years old now. So he does not play anymore. I think he became a executive at one of the teams. I don't remember which. But he played last for the Golden State Warriors, I want to say. So as it happens many times, he got traded later in his career. But he still holds the record for the most assists and the most minutes played by the Charlotte Hornets.
Dang.
He was doing his thing, killing it from day one. He's the one that made me believe that I could actually be in the NBA. I was like, wait, Muggsy Bogues is shorter than me and he's there? Okay, I could do it.
You just weren't good enough.
I didn't.
And if you did, we wouldn't be doing this podcast because I absolutely don't know any of this fucking shit. And I do know shit about movies. So I don't know. It all worked out for the best.
You know what else he was in? That is another movie that we should do about basketball.
What?
Juwanna Mann.
We talked about that last March. That's what we needed to do.
Oh my God. I don't know why I don't think of these movies ahead of time.
That one, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't watched
There's
it in
plenty of basketball movies that we still got plenty to do.
haven't watched
that
that movie
aren't in this year's roster.
in a long time. So I can't tell you if it's like cocktail worthy. Like, you know?
We'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I have to rewatch
I'll
that
take
movie
some
before
time.
I sign off on that one.
Well,
So
either way, I'm out. I'm done. No more basketball players to talk about.
okay.
I tried to make it short and sweet.
Okay. Did we forget somebody?
What did we forget? Got Sean Bradley, got Larry Johnson, got Patrick Ewing, got Muggsy Bogues. Did we talk about Charles? We did not talk about Charles. We did not talk about Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley. I'm sorry.
He's the most famous one. No, I'm just
You know
saying
what it
that I
was?
didn't want to forget him because, like I said, he's
skipped
the
him
best.
to save him for last of the Monstars.
He's the best.
He's the best.
He has the greatest lines. I love him. He was like, "If you give me my game back, I promise I'll never date Madonna again." Like, he's like fucking so funny.
Straight sitting in the church. I'll never go home with Madonna again.
It's great lines. He's hilarious. If you don't know who he is, you probably do because he
he's
is
the
a big
best.
face of
The NBA.
NBA,
Yeah,
and
absolutely. He is a commentator now.
now.
I don't know who else is up there with him. It's like Kenny Smith and a couple of people.
Shaq.
Sadly, I have not watched NBA basketball in over a decade. So I'm a little out of touch with what's going on in the NBA.
I watched the game a couple
That
weeks
was
ago.
a time when I could name the starting five from every single team in the NBA. And nowadays it's just like,
There
Don't
was a
have time.
time when I can
have
name
time.
at least 5 players from the Lakers, and I can only name one now.
dude. Before Kobe came on, it was Vlade Divac, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, Shaq, and Rick Fox were the starting five.
Kobe.
Then they traded Vlade to Charlotte in order to get Kobe's ass over there.
Kobe is when I started really paying attention to basketball. When
13th
this
pick
movie,
overall by the Charlotte
when
Hornets.
this movie came out, I was like, I wouldn't even say that I was a fan or anything. My family were Laker fans, so I recognized the Lakers. I knew what their coach looked like. I knew what their starting line looks like. That was about it. But I couldn't tell you names, stats, none of that shit. So
I could blame Benson's ass for getting me into basketball because, as you know, not
he a
only
black
being
man.
being the youngest of 5, I never got control of the TV in the first place. But then once the Lakers were on, nobody got control. We watched the fucking Lakers.
Hey, sounds like my house with the Raiders and
Showtime,
the Lakers.
dude.
Yeah.
Showtime was the best. Magic, James Worthy, even Kareem was there for a little bit. Divac was there, AC Green. Oh my God, those were the days. My goodness. Either way, Charles Barkley played for the Phoenix Suns, and sadly, he never won a ring.
He won-
Mostly because of the Boston Celtics, the LA Lakers, and the Chicago Bulls. He came close. He came close a few times. He even made it to the NBA Finals, him and Kevin Johnson, and they lost to the Chicago Bulls. I want to say that was in 92.
He did win overall
Fuck yeah, he did.
because he's still on TV. He got a paycheck coming in every day.
I'm sorry, but these stats are absolutely wrong. It has him listed at 6'10 and 3/4.
I don't know. I've never seen the man.
That is not true.
How
My
you
man is 6'4",
How you know?
because I remember having his basketball card in the 90s and it said 6'4".
Okay.
And even then, that was debatable.
Well, one, he older now and he's shrinking. We just established that shrinking.
But he's not shrinking.
Wait, what was
This suggests that he grew another 6 inches.
it? Wait, how tall is he supposed to be?
He was listed at 6'4" when he was playing in the NBA. Now it's saying that he's 6'10". Did his head blow up like Barry Bonds? Well, a little bit.
I was about to say, his head did definitely get bigger. Definitely, along with the rest of his
I
body.
specifically remember him being listed as 6'4",
Well,
because he was short for a center.
I guess that
Because
is-
he was
that
playing
is
against
pretty short
Alonzo
for-
Mourning, who was 6'10", and Shaq and all these guys. But he could handle himself under there. He was known as a short center.
Well,
Or a power forward. He played power forward also.
he's known as the bald dude before all the games.
You know
and after.
You know how he used to, I think he was raised in Alabama, I want to say.
Greenbow?
Not Greenbow.
Greenbow, Alabama.
Think you can go back to Greenbow, Alabama. I believe he was born and raised in Alabama. But he used to work on his jumping by hopping the fences of the stables or the cow line, whatever you call it.
Wonder how many times he ate it.
I don't know.
Because that's
He ate a lot though. Went to Auburn University and apparently would order pizzas left and right, even when he was in college.
That sounds like me in college.
He would tell his coach, "All right, coach, I'm gonna go on a diet. I'm gonna be responsible. This, that, and the other." Immediately, he would eat a whole pizza by himself.
He was like, I'm going to be responsible. I'm on the pizza diet where I eat one pizza every meal.
So he was the league MVP though, 1 year. I believe that was the year that he went to the NBA Finals with the Phoenix Suns. Got drafted by the 76ers though before that. I always remember him as being on the Phoenix Suns, but that's true. He did get drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers originally. He was the 5th pick overall. But yeah, he was bad. He's a bad man.
Are you ready for...
Okay, I'm done with my basketball fun facts. I know you feel bad.
I can only take so much.
This is a basketball movie. I got a basketball Jones.
What?
I got a basketball Jones on, baby.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right, well, if we gonna go there, I got a fun fact for you.
Okay.
Let's motherfucking talk about this soundtrack.
Yes.
This soundtrack was filled with bangers, as we have been singing tonight, with
We
songs.
haven't even gotten to Monica yet, dude.
With songs from Seal, "Fly Like an Eagle." We got songs from Method Man, LL Cool J, Busta Rhymes, Monica.
Yeah.
It's Coolio. There's a lot of people on there.
I made a great choice for my first CD.
You did. It was a banger.
It was such a great CD.
It was such a great CD that it peaked at number 2 on the U.S. Billboard's 200. Okay? And
Yes.
and it was certified 6 times platinum.
6 times platinum.
Yeah, baby. So yeah,
I love it.
this soundtrack was a banger.
I love it.
Filled with a lot of songs, and you guys know all of them, especially the big one. So we don't even have to talk anymore about this fucking soundtrack because it is the best. If you don't know, YouTube soundtrack
that
is on there.
SpaceJam soundtrack is great. You'll love it.
It'll bring you back.
Take you right back to 1996.
Take you in that time machine. It'll take you back to 1996 in the Space Jam website with its dial-up tones.
All right, you ready to talk about these voice actors, you might say? These Looney Tunes characters?
Can I give you a fun fact before we do that then?
Yeah.
Fun fact. All right.
But you got to pass the ball back.
Fun fact.
I'm going to get a real basketball next episode.
Okay. So the Looney Tunes started back in 1934.
1934.
In the Wayback Machine, that's when they started.
Okay.
And back then, their number one cartoon was this cartoon called Bosco.
What is Bosco?
Bosco was like, I'm going to assume he's a monkey.
Okay.
And he was just like a kind of character that did, stupid character things. Except that Bosco was pretty racist, as in it was supposed to be like a black dude, and it kind of made him talk like,
I think I
drunken
know
and
exactly
driving.
who you're
and
talking about now.
he has like a little bowler hat.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't last that long. He lasted maybe like 3 or 4 years before.
He looked like a shitty version of Curious George.
Kind of, yes, but he's black. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yes. So
It
this...
was all black and white cartoons back then.
Back then. So he kind of started this whole Looney Tune thing. He didn't last so long because there were some copyright issues with him, so they kind of cut him.
Not even the racial shit, just because it was copyright issues.
What I read is both, but what I believe is the copyright shit.
This is 1938.
Yeah, they didn't care that they were making fun
I
of
didn't give a fuck.
whatever because who cares?
Because it was 1938 and they could do it.
Do whatever you want. So they moved from that to Porky the Pig in 1935.
Yes.
And that is where we get the Looney Tune theme song, which was called like Broken Merry-Go-Round or something like that.
Okay.
Yep. And that's also
Not loony enough.
That's also when we get the that's all,
That's all, folks. Love it.
Exactly.
Ashley had me wear this shirt, by the way.
He is wearing a
I'm
Porky.
wearing that Piggly Wiggly shirt, yo.
Which is funny because when the Mob Squad dives
they
into
come to Earth and they crash into the parking lot
of a Piggly
of a
Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly.
So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Yep.
So
for those of you out here in California, by the way, the Piggly Wiggly is a real supermarket.
We don't know
I did
nothing
not
about that.
know this until my first visit to Wisconsin. It's like Vons. It's like Albertsons. It's like Stater Brothers. It's food for less out there.
I know this is sidebar. I'm about to give you a fucking really cool fun fact, all right?
Give me that fun fact.
Piggly Wiggly is basically the very first modern day supermarket. What we know as supermarket, Piggly Wiggly made
started.
it that way.
Okay.
Because previously, before that, you would go into a store, everything was behind the counter where the clerk would be, and you'd be like, let me get some bread, let me get some egg, let me get some milk.
Gotcha.
Fool would pull it out, ring you up, and give it to you. That's how grocery stores used to work.
Gotcha.
Piggly Wiggly was like, nah, girl, we ain't got time for all that. We gonna set up these aisles, and you can walk down, and you can pick up your own crap, and then you bring them to us, and we'll bring you out.
I like that.
And so they started doing that.
And then everybody else caught on.
Then everyone else caught on.
Okay.
They were even revolutionary as doing like more of a like futuristic store where you would go into a store and you would like swipe a card on the things that you wanted. And when you got to the counter, you would swipe that card and all the things that you ordered would come on a conveyor belt to the front and then you'd ring. It never got to being big, but Piggly Wiggly pretty much made grocery stores the way that we go to grocery stores.
Cool. You just knew that off the top of your head, didn't you?
I'm just filled with fun facts.
It's
just
it's not always research, people. Sometimes we just know some shit.
Know some shit. Your sister tells me constantly I need to have.
I didn't have to do none of that research on basketball. I just knew that shit.
She constantly tells me I need to have like a coffee book table fun fact book because I just know I'd be like fun fact about random ass shit.
By the way,
I've never been to a Piggly Wiggly, but
you don't need to go.
Oh, but
I mean, I'm sorry.
Can I buy a shirt there?
I had my bad first experience at a Piggly Wiggly. These motherfuckers would not sell us alcohol, probably because we were in Wisconsin. But it was me and Ashley, and they would not sell us our beer because they said that Ashley's ID was fake.
Because it was from California?
Because it was from California and we were in Wisconsin. And then I showed them my ID and I had to fight with their asses and then make them bring the manager over here and say, fuck you. These are both California IDs. We are both well over the age of 21 and you're going to sell us our alcohol because I'm not going to take this racial bullshit. You have no right to say that this is not a real ID. I was pissed.
I've had to do that with a passport. Several times at a liquor store.
We can't accept that. Why?
The
we can't accept passports.
The world accepts passports.
We can only accept state IDs. Well, have you ever heard of the states that are united?
Yeah.
Because they all got together and made me that book.
And we're in that right now. What comedian says that?
I don't remember. I think it's like John Mulaney or something. There's a comedian. It's hilarious.
They all got together and they put this book together for me.
Isn't this the International House of Pancakes?
That's what it was. And they wouldn't take his passport.
That shit was
And his
hilarious.
daughter was like, Yeah,
Sir, does it not make sense
it does.
that the International House of Pancake
Would take a fucking passport. An international passport.
By the way, we do take passports. Yeah, we know that.
You're the one who did not
I'm
know
sorry,
that.
that shit is hilarious. Every time I'm listening to comedy on Pandora.
That does come up. So back to the Looney Tunes.
Back to the Looney Tunes.
Porky Pig came in 1935, changed it up, got us a cool song and a tagline. Boom.
That's all, folks.
After that, we got Daffy because he needed somebody to shoot and run and be mean to. Boom. Then after that, we got Bugs Bunny.
Fuck yeah.
And the rest of the Looney Tunes, Tweety Bird and the Tasmanian Devil, Granny and Sylvester and Peppy the Pew and
They're
whole crew.
all in here. They're
The whole
all
crew.
in here. It's so great.
This went off without a
feeling
hitch.
good, by the way.
It made me good. People were happy. People loved the fucking Looney Tunes. And so this became that they had a rival in the cartoon world, obviously Disney. And they...
Mick Mouse.
Mick Mouse? They did their own, thing. And we still talk about Bugs Bunny. Kids still know who they are.
Fuck yeah.
And
Looney Tunes are the best, dude.
And then eventually in 1989, Disney and Warner Brother collaborated on Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes!
It's the only time that you can see Disney and Warner Brothers characters on the same screen at the same time.
That movie. Bob
So yeah.
Hoskins, may he rest in peace.
R.I.P. So yeah, that's a little bit on the Looney Tunes.
I love that.
There's tons of people that have done voices over the decades and have been the own things. So we have so many people to thank. I couldn't even write all their names down.
Mm-mm.
But if you want to know more, look them up because there's Looney Tunes are
Yeah, I can't even
pretty
get
cool.
to all the voice actors of all the characters that are in here. So we're just going to talk about the main ones who do majority of the voices.
All right.
Starting with Mr. Bob Bergen. So he plays Tweety, Porky Pig, and Marvin the Martian.
Let's make the mob squads feel like they were never been born. I love the Tweety Bird.
Those monsters, I wish they'd never been born.
He's so cute.
So cute.
You're not scared of them, are
Oh,
you, Michael?
And his big eyes. I just want to point out that as a kid,
Paul McCoynium.
I'm wondering if it's because of this movie, but literally the last part of the 90s, early part of the 2000s, super into Tweety Bird shirts.
Yeah.
Tweety Bird clocks.
Uh-huh.
Pillowcases.
It's probably
Everything.
because of this movie and also because you empathize with this tiny little bird so much. He's got the cutest face and the cutest voice and he's getting picked on, and then all of a sudden later on in the movie he's getting surrounded by all the monsters and he's like, oh fuck this, and he pulls out his karate and whoops all the rest. He's like, hi-ya! Ha! Ha! And then all of a sudden Elmer Fudd comes up over one of them after he knocks him out and he's just hanging out like Jordan with his tongue out and shit.
Yep.
I love that shit.
Love Tweety, probably the cartoons more than in this movie, obviously, because, cartoons are geared towards him. But the smallest thing, it's like the smartest thing. Mm-hmm. Outsmarting this guy day in, day out. He's got an old granny who looks after him.
Oh,
and he's happy. I've always loved Tweety Bird.
I think I did see Michael Jordan.
I did. Tweety.
So he also plays Porky Pig and Marvin the Martian, which, by the way, Tiana did a great Marvin the Martian.
She did, thank you, Tiana.
Last week.
We loved it.
And I didn't realize until probably a few years ago, mostly because I didn't watch Looney Tunes in my 20s, but Porky Pig always changes up what he's going to say at the very last second.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize
it's
that
always
when I was a kid.
ibity.
Yeah, it's a quarter. Seven. It's a quarter past 7.
Yeah, because it's easier for them to say whatever the other thing is.
Uh huh.
I
Hold your horses.
as a kid, watched a lot of cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch this and the Animaniacs, where they're also on Animaniacs and
and was
Looney Tunes.
to the max.
Right, is that what it's called? Looney
So
Tunes.
just sit back and relax. Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole song.
We're
Animaniacs. Me peeking
But, like,
your
on Looney
brain.
Tunes are on
Okay,
there,
I'm
too,
gonna
and
keep
stuff.
going if you don't stop me.
Stop, girl. I don't know what to tell you.
You messing with my childhood.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I mean, yes, these people did a lot of. Who were we talking about?
We were talking about Bob Bergen, who has been in everything that you can think of animated. He was in the Emoji Movie. He was in Despicable Me, Smurfs, Sing, Trolls, Secret Life of Pets, Minions. You name it, he's done it. And in this one, he is Porky Pig, Marvin the Martian, and Tweety Bird. Yes.
What is he in Sing? I love that. I love Pets too.
In Sing, I don't know. I think he was additional voices or something like that.
Ooh, and also in Inside Out. Yeah.
But either way, Bob Bergen, keep doing your thing, man, because we love your voice.
Love it.
It's fantastic, and we always enjoy all of these characters. But we got to keep going because we got so many characters to talk about. Speaking of, we're going to talk about D. Bradley Baker. Actually, we're not going to talk about him yet because he's one of the main characters.
You already said his name. Do it.
Okay, D. Bradley Baker plays
Daffy.
He plays Elmer Fudd. No, he doesn't. I'm sorry. My mistake. He plays the Tasmanian Devil, and he plays Daffy.
He plays Daffy.
He plays Daffy. Which, why does Daffy always get shit on? I feel so bad for him.
Do you want to know what I've always thought my entire life?
It's because he's black.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers.
Exactly.
I didn't even...
Because
like,
he
even
gets,
when he
he
walks
gets
out
treated
onto
worse
the
than Donald Duck
court.
does.
Yeah, he does.
A lot worse than
He
Donald
does.
Duck does. That's
Yeah.
just, I'm just saying. But that's what I always thought.
I think that's probably where it started. Because when was Daffy Duck created? In like the
The 30s.
30s, exactly. So they had to make him black. Yeah. So it started out as a racial thing.
I mean, look at him. He comes out into the stadium and they're like, and now announcing,
Excuse me. My goodness.
like, and now announcing Daffy Duck, and it's just,
Thank you. Thank you.
just crickets.
Right. Let's all laugh at the duck, motherfuckers.
He comes in there killing it, and you guys give him
I
no
love
shit.
him, dude.
Yeah.
He's the best. He's smart. He's witty. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He talks with a lisp.
A lisp. Exactly.
And Bugs always has to be the center of attention, and therefore that's why Daffy usually gets the short end of the stick. It is what it is. It's a formula and it works. But Dee Bradley plays Daffy Duck and the Tasmanian Devil. I like the Tasmanian Devil in this one. He's fun. He's
He
2
is.
feet nothing, but he can dunk a basketball, and he can also pop 2 basketballs in his mouth.
Spit sign.
Spit shine! Lemony fresh.
Yep. So he,
So who I was going to talk about is Miss Kath Soucie.
are you talking about Lola?
Lola Bunny.
I don't know if Lola was before this movie.
I don't
I do know this
remember
that this
her.
is her film debut,
Okay.
but I don't know if she's fucking a real character or
I
if they
don't-
made her up for the movie.
I think they made her up for the movie.
Because I never saw her before.
Because it's an introduction in the movie as well to Bugs. You know?
That's true. Otherwise,
Like-
if he already knew her,
Has anybody ever played basketball? She's like, I have. Hi, I'm Lola Bunny. Lola.
Lola,
You want to play a little one-on-one, doll?
don't ever call me doll.
So cute.
Take a sip every time she says that. She says that a couple times. Yeah.
So, yeah, Lola is played by Kath Soucie. And just like Mr. Bob Bergen. She has been in absolutely everything from Tom and Jerry to Zootopia to Curious George, Wreck-It Ralph. The list goes on and on. It's amazing how much these voice actors work. Once you develop a reputation of being a voice actor, you get work, dude.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much. I wish that I put more effort into being in voice acting, because I feel like I probably could.
You
if
could.
I really worked at it. I could do some voices.
I think you'd be good at it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be, but I would love to do it. I think it looks fun.
Well,
I could go to work in pajamas. Like,
yeah, you can.
hello.
You got to get some great sound equipment. Oh,
Oh,
hello.
Why? What is this in front of me? I think we could do it.
Before we move on, I will say that she was also in one of my favorite TV shows growing up, Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yeah.
She played Fifi LaFume and Little Sneezer.
Oh, the little mouse that be sneezing all the time. You'd be like, choo.
That was her. She's also been in the Santa Claus, and she's also in the TV show Sonic the Hedgehog, not to be confused with the new movie that just came out.
Apparently, it's supposed to be good.
James Marsden, yo.
I don't know. It was held back like almost a year because fucking they put out the trailer and nobody liked the way Sonic looks, so they had to
They had to redo his everything?
everything.
Got you. I
So
mean,
it was pushed back like 6 months.
no shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, nope, we got to redo
Yeah, it came
this.
out and they were like, "What is this?"
Punk asses. And only...
No, I'm not upset at this because
I'm upset
I
because they
personally
have the ability to do that.
the audience.
No, the studio.
Oh, they should have did that the first way. But sometimes you think like, "Oh, this is
Like,
cool," and then you get it
no
out
other
there.
movie. If you're not a major studio, you don't have the ability to push your release date back 6 months just because you want to.
Yeah.
You know?
But
Spike Lee can't push his release date back just because he wants to, because he thought that the numbers didn't look good from the initial trailer.
Well, I don't know. He owns his own production company. He,
He
can
owns
do
his
whatever
own
the fuck he
production
do.
company, but if Spike says the release date is this, everybody's going to hold him to that.
Well, yeah, because he wouldn't have come out with some half-ass looking Sonic thing just to get people as a money grab. That's what they're
Exactly.
doing. And so once they did it, the audience looked at these trailers and were like, "What the hell are you guys doing? Why are you guys trying to sell us this junk?" And when
Yeah.
they saw that, they had to pull back and redo it.
Got you.
I don't know. Ryan Reynolds is him. So let's
Ryan Reynolds is Sonic?
yeah.
Got you. Okay. Then who does James Marsden play?
Oh wait, maybe it's not. He's like a
I don't know. I know that
I
Jim
don't know.
Carrey is the main villain.
which he's the only draw to me of this. Oh, your girl from Blackish is in it. I mean, Mixed-ish. The mom,
Oh, really?
she in it.
Miss Ross? Okay.
No, not her. The mom in Mixed-ish.
Oh,
There you go.
my bad. I don't see her every day, babe.
Well, tell her. Her and Jim Carrey are the only reason why I will watch Sonic. I saw her. I was like, "Ooh, a black. Oh, I like her. She in the Tyler Perry stuff." And then now here we are.
Yes, she is. Okay. Well, anyway, moving on. We talked about Lola Bunny.
Can I give you some fun facts?
Fuck yeah, you can give them to me anytime.
Are we still
that
Tiny
you
Tooning?
feel the need to give me a fun fact.
Okay. Moron Mountain is a spoof on Magic Mountain, Six Flags Magic Mountain here in
No
Southern
shit.
California.
Don't bring me here anymore, right?
Right? And the
Don't
reason
bring me here anymore, right?
look at this. So,
We need new attractions.
this is based off of them, and the reason why they based it off of Six Flags Mountain Magic Mountain here in Southern California is because Warner Brother has a contract with them.
Oh, okay.
If you go to Six Flags, you can buy all of the items that Bugs Bunny and Daffy have, and I believe they walk around the park and
Got you.
all of that stuff. So they were like, "Ooh, let's just base it on our own."
Yeah,
Shit.
let's make fun of ourselves.
Yeah.
That way we don't get sued.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So, since we were talking about it, and because the people want to know, Ben Schwartz plays Sonic, the voice of Sonic.
Wrong. I was wrong.
James Marsden plays Tom Wachowski, and Jim Carrey obviously plays Dr. Evo Robotnik.
Mm-hmm.
And Tika Sumpter plays Maddie Wachowski.
Yep.
So, that is that.
Okay.
Since we were talking about it, we gotta clear everything up for the people. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna talk about our main villain,
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. You sounded like you were taking a hit right now.
No. My knee was hurting from the way I was sitting. Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Have we talked about him before?
Danny DeVito, I love you. No.
Oh my God, Danny DeVito, I love your work.
I love your work. No, we have not talked about him.
Oh my God. So that's Mean Girls. Did we do Mean Girls?
We
did
did.
do Mean Girls already.
We did.
We did. I can't keep up, man. I've been drinking. Shit.
I remember.
It's Friday. Happy Friday, people.
Happy fucking
Happy Wednesday for
Friday.
when you hear this, that is.
Happy Wednesday. Happy week.
Damn.
All right, let's move it on. Where are we going? You want another one?
I don't want another one. It's fine.
Want the rest?
Yes. If there's more. Danny DeVito plays our main villain,
You can't tell by
our
his,
antagonist.
by his.
What is his name in this? I can't even remember.
I don't know. Oh, I had it written down.
Do you remember either?
Swackhammer.
Swackhammer. Okay. Well,
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I can't even find it at this point.
What is A? Wait,
I've
what is
drank a little too
SWACKHAMMER?
That sounds about right.
Swap. See, I'm getting better with
I
names,
don't know.
people.
You're spelling too fast for my brain to function.
All right, well, sounds right.
So we're gonna talk very in depth about Danny DeVito on another movie, probably Twins, because I love that movie.
Probably.
Or Batman Returns.
I was gonna,
Or Romancing the Stone. Or Throw Mama from the Train.
I was gonna say Matilda.
Matilda. Dude. Danny DeVito has done it all, and he is not slowing down by any means. I fucking love this man.
This dude is on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
He was in Taxi.
Taxi. Shit. Renaissance Man.
He does the voice in Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
He everywhere.
He's absolutely everywhere, and we're going to talk about him in depth on a different movie
He be stay working.
when you can actually see his face.
Yes.
But in this movie, he plays Swackhammer, the main villain, and he does a great job. I love that they kind of depict him in the first place because he's not. Danny DeVito stands 4 feet 10 inches tall,
Yes.
you know, and on Moron Mountain, 4 feet 10 is giant.
Compared to his little mini.
Yeah, exactly. So like at the end, George is like, "Why do you take it from this guy?" And they're
Because
like,
he's bigger
"Because
than
he's
us."
bigger
Oh, I mean,
He's
he
bigger.
was bigger.
than we used
Mhm.
to be."
We gonna fuck this dude.
Strap his ass to an Acme rocket and send him to the moon, bitch.
Me.
We're playing on the moon, bitch. Peace. Don't call me no more.
That's right. Like, what? Really? Yeah.
Well, I'm around, man, you know.
So, he is the villain. You don't see him except in the beginning and at the end of the basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
But he does a good job.
Oh,
You know
always
this
does.
short dude. You know him. You know his voice. And you're right. We will talk about him in another step.
We're going to talk about you, Mr. DeVito, on another episode. I will say also thank you for supporting
a
our
friend.
political candidates who shall remain nameless because we don't talk about politics or religion on this podcast. But either way, we appreciate you getting out there and making your voice heard and doing your thing. Thank you very much, Mr. DeVito. Next up is none other than Bill fucking Murray!
My mom bought me this card set of quotes to put up on my desk. It has a little stand. every day you change it out, it's supposed to be a different quote. Very, very first quote that I get, it's baby steps. Baby steps to the office, baby steps down the hall. Look, I'm doing it. It's working. Baby steps.
That's perfect for you because you absolutely love that movie.
I do love him. What about Bob?
What about Bob?
Look, if I have to come in here again, there's going to be trouble. All I'm asking is for some peace and quiet. Okay, I'll be quiet. And I'll be peace. So, yeah. Bill Murray, do you know how pretty much he kind of got this job?
No.
Other than being Bill
Other
Murray.
than being Bill Murray and being from Chicago?
That his friend is a producer and he had a team surgeon drop him off. Which is also semi-true because he was friends with the producer of this movie.
Yeah. Ivan Reitman.
So that is...
Producer's friend of mine just had me drop me off.
That is wrong. Bill Murray, he got this pretty much because in the 90s, he did commercials in which he tried and failed to be part of the NBA.
What?
And once I started thinking about this, I started thinking, like, I do vaguely remember these commercials.
I don't remember those
And
commercials.
then I started watching some of them, and they kind of, like, clicked or whatever. But, yeah, he had these whole commercial campaign about how Bill Murray wanted to be part of the NBA. And that is why he's pushing for it so hard in this movie. Is
That's
because
awesome.
It's a continuation from earlier in the decade when he had these commercials going out. Which I was like, I think I do remember that. But it's lost in translation 20 years fucking later. But...
Way to throw his movie in there.
yeah, he's like, let me remind you guys about my commercial that I did.
I did not know that he did commercials where he was trying to be in the NBA.
I'm going to find it. I'm going to send it to you. But yeah, he wanted to be a real... He's good at sports.
He is. He's very...
Even though he looks kind of...
He doesn't look athletic, but he is very coordinated. Yeah. He is very athletic.
I mean, I feel like that
If you can bowl 3 turkeys in a row on a whim, shit.
I feel like I personally am very athletic. I can get sports. If you give me some time, I can be like, okay, I got this down. I'm good. He is one of those people that, like, I can't throw a ball behind my back and pass it to somebody. That's not like running down the... And he got it going down. He looks good.
Thrown off the court for that once.
I mean, I could try it in the movie, and you could edit it and make me look really good. Maybe that's what they did. But he looks like he knows what he's doing.
I'm going to give you a fun fact. So, my freshman year in high school, I could not throw what is called a chest pass. So, basically, you step and throw the ball with 2 hands to your opponent. I always threw one-handed because I can get it there faster and more accurately. So in basketball practice, I actually, not even thinking, threw a behind the back pass because I'm coming down the court, I'm at the top of the key, I go left, and I get cut off by my defender, and immediately I cross the ball through my legs, and I see my buddy Renee coming down the baseline up towards the three-point line, and I immediately throw it behind my back because I know if I throw it in front, it's going to get blocked. So without even thinking, I throw it behind my back. He catches it and immediately goes down the baseline, goes in for the layup, scores the basket. Guess what? Coach blows the whistle. Get off the court. We don't need that shit on this team. That's the kind of coach I had. Fuck him. I hated him so much. And I hate him to this day because I hate coaches that try, like, we're going to do it my way and only my way, and this is the way we play, and this is how real basketball is done. And it's like, no, motherfucker, you're stupid. You can't put shackles on your players' talents.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so,
I'm sorry, I'm over it.
I got a fun fact for you. Shaq makes a cameo in this movie.
What?
He's part of the Orlando Magics at the end, so you can see him. He ain't got no talking or shit like that, but he's in it.
Shaq is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Is he credited?
I don't know. I didn't even look. I just saw that. I was like, oh, shit.
This is brand new Shaq.
Yeah. If he's on the Magics, yes.
Shit.
That's Baby Shaq.
You know I lost his basketball card when he was on the Orlando Magic?
I'm sorry.
I didn't know who the hell he was. My first introduction to Shaquille O'Neal, one of my brother's friends said, I'll trade you for that card. I'll give you these cards. I think he gave me a couple of cards, and they were Lakers cards. And so I was like, fuck yeah, I don't know who this dude is. Here, you can have it. Little did I know I was giving away Shaquille O'Neal's rookie card. Ain't that a bitch?
Stupid. You just stupid.
I was 8. Not even 8. I might have been 7.
I'm going to kick 7-year-old ass, you. Your
Right?
ass.
We could be paid right now.
You want another fun fact?
Yes.
All right. The Ducks.
What sort of Mickey Mouse organization
would name their team the Ducks?
The Ducks.
I don't know what else to say about that. If you don't get that joke, I need
You don't get that joke.
I
This
need
whole
you to
movie
go-
is beyond you.
I need you to go back a couple episodes to our Mighty Duck episode. There you go. But yeah, I always thought that joke was funny.
Mm-hmm. That was a great joke.
That was
So, Bill Murray, have we talked about him yet? I don't even know.
briefly, but I also feel like this is not a good movie to talk about.
This isn't his movie.
Because I don't think he did that good, to be honest.
Favorite
with you.
line from this movie? From Bill Murray, I should say.
Oh. I just like where he's like, you know, I'm just gonna mark that down as 2 swings because we were in no emotional states. And like he's all talking to Larry Bird like cheating, even though they don't even care that Jordan is like sucked through a hole in the ground.
That's also my favorite scene. But it's right after Jordan gets sucked through the hole in the ground.
Oh, and he's like,
what kind of camera is that? Would you not point that at me and close the lens cap,
like
please?
throws it. That's true. Not that I don't love Bill Murray, because I do.
Love Bill Murray.
I feel
Absolutely
like
love him.
What I feel like his performance in this movie was that either director or the studio had too much control on what he said and did.
Sure.
Because it feels very
Bill Murray-esque.
and anything that Bill Murray does, anything I ever read, it's sort of like, well, 75% of all his lives were improv by himself. So this one feels very improv.
Yeah.
Which I guess is something you can't do when you have to work with
Cartoons.
Yeah. But I just felt
I get it.
He was like, meh.
Well, then it's time to talk about a man that we've talked about twice already.
Yep.
Mr. Wayne Knight.
Mm-hmm.
It's Stan. How'd I get out of here?
We talked about him in Dirty
Jurassic
Dancing.
Park
and
Dirty Dancing.
There we go.
Yes, we did. Absolutely. Wayne Knight. Hell of an actor. We always love talking about Wayne Knight. He did a great job in this movie, as he always does in other movies. He's fucking fantastic in this, dude. Like, I love his character. He has an agenda. He's always, not only is he at Michael Jordan's beck and call, but he's also like his protector. He is everything. He wants Jordan to succeed. Even
I feel like he just wants to be
in
his
the
friend.
baseball world, he wants to be his friend.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's an overachiever for sure. Like, from the moment you see him on screen, he's like, make sure nobody bothers Jordan. I want him to be the happiest player ever. He's like, the happiest, absolutely, no problem. I'm on it. Falls off the fucking upper decks into the bullpen,
Yeah.
into the dugout.
Yeah. Do you want to know who could have been Stan?
Who was second best?
Michael J. Fox. Which is, to be honest with you, he's not the one that I would see the most for this.
Mm-hmm.
Chevy Chase also could have been that.
I can see Michael J. Fox before I can see Chevy Chase.
I would say Jason Alexander, if I was going to put somebody.
Oh, okay. Also a Seinfeld alumni.
I think he would actually be pretty good.
I think
I think he would have brought a different sort of character to it, because Stan is pretty annoying, and he's just like, he's there. At least that's how I feel. Like, he's there. He's there to help Jordan. He's just like he's a slapstick piece.
He is
And
a
I
slapstick
feel like
piece, but
that-
he's so supportive of everything.
Yeah.
He's supportive of the Looney Tunes.
That's
he's
his job.
Supportive of Jordan. He's supportive of the whole cause. Like whatever he needs to be done, he will do. Like that's what he says. He's like, I might not be very tall, but I'm slow
I'm slow.
and large.
I'm
Like,
just saying,
dork.
Jason Alexander, I kind of want to see what he would have did. I think I would have liked it.
I like Wayne Knight for this role over Jason Alexander. I'm curious about Michael J. Fox because Michael J. Fox is only 5 feet 4 inches tall.
Well,
However,
reason,
he's not big like Wayne Knight.
well, Joe, the director, wanted Michael J. Fox.
Mm,
The studio did not, and that's probably why.
interesting.
Yeah, that would have looked weird.
Maybe. This was 1996.
Uh-huh.
1996, Michael J. Fox was just discovering the early stages of his Parkinson's also.
So he could have jumped on this SpaceJam, got a little extra money.
Could have, but also had other things on his mind, I think.
Yep.
So who knows if they even reached out to him or not. But I think Wayne Knight did a great job. I love him in this. And I'm not going to lie, I get choked up every time that they land that fucking spaceship on the baseball field and Wayne Knight comes walking down and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan.
Wow. Okay, I just want to point out something. Special effects, they don't hold up in this movie. I'm just saying, sometimes we watch movies and you're like, you know what? Special effects, they held up pretty good. Special effects.
I don't know
Instantly,
too much.
instantly I noticed it. Like once they go to a Moron Mountain,
Uh-huh.
it's like the long shot into Moron Mountain. You're like, oh, okay. Oh yeah, this is late. This is like late to 90s.
It's
animation.
95, 96 for sure.
Yeah, and you can
know?
see it like when they blow up, when they flatten Stan, and then they pump him up, and he flies over, and then all the air comes out of him, and he swings around like the whole. It looks really bad to me. That's just me though, because I was looking at it
Maybe because
like oh my
by this
God.
time I'm already like immersed in the story. I don't notice
Well,
anything.
By this time, I will be drunk, but
That's true. You guys will be drunk. By
You'll be
this
but
time.
drunk.
Just go for the ride. It's fine.
like I said, when I watch these movies, I really watch them to find you guys some stuff to talk about, and so
For sure.
that was one of them. I was like,
See,
"Ooh."
now you make me want to rewatch it and like, no, I don't.
We
want-
literally just watched it before we did this movie.
I know, but I wasn't looking at Stan flying around.
you
like
should have been
did.
looking.
I mean,
Do your job.
no, don't ruin it for the people.
I'm sorry. You don't want my opinion. I'll just.
And that's our
Cocktails.
show, people. Lights, camera, cocktail.
Cocktails.
No, we got 2 more people to talk about.
2 more?
2 more.
Well, I only got 1 more information, so.
Mr. Billy West plays Elmer Fudd. The most important. I'm just kidding. He plays Elmer Fudd and Mr. Bugs Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
So he is the voice of Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny in this movie. So not only does he say, we're going to be slaves,
Mm-hmm.
but he also says, what's up, Doc?
He do.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of TV shows and movies, animated TV shows and movies, have one person playing numerous roles. As you can tell by South Park and Family Guy and The Simpsons.
A million things.
Oh, fun fact.
What's that?
The voice of Homer Simpson is in this movie.
Who is it?
Well, I guess he's not his voice isn't in this, but the person who does his voice is in this. He is one of the people in the audience that when the aliens come and they're in the chest coat with the ball and they like stealing everybody's powers or whatever talent.
He's big. He's
He's-
good.
yeah.
He's mine.
His wife, who is the lady from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh,
Her-
yeah.
The gentleman that she's sitting, her husband. in the
That's
movie.
Homer Simpson.
Dope.
No shit.
Donut.
Okay.
That's him.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it's almost like, isn't that Homer? I love The Simpsons, so I do kind of recognize the staple people's,
Okay.
voices.
I got you. I was trying to look for something right now. So, Mr. Billy West also was in a number of things, including Clueless. He was Mr. Stimpson J. Cat. I don't know what that means, but he was on Ren and Stimpy for 5 seasons, and I'm wondering if he was either Ren or Stimpy, maybe.
He's probably both.
I know, right?
Shut up, you idiot!
You idiot.
My mom wouldn't let me watch it, but I watched it anyway. Sorry, Mom. She's like, I don't like this. They fart. There's like boogers and they hit each other. It's weird. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. So he's been in Looney Tunes for a number of years. He did Futurama. He's done all kinds of things. He was Stimpy. He was not. Nope, just kidding. He was Ren also.
I told you. I said he's probably both of them.
He's both of them.
It seems like the same person does those voices. They're two opposite voices, but you make more money when you spend less money
on one actor who can do 2 voices versus 2 actors who can do 1 voice.
Exactly.
I get that. Absolutely. So yeah, he plays the Ren and Stimpy.
Unless,
but, strangely enough, he's doing a new one called Ren and Stimpy. It's Our House now.
Oh yeah, there's supposed to be a new rating.
It's a short, but he doesn't play Ren or Stimpy. He plays a character named Sven. I don't know why. But he's been in everything, obviously. He plays Bugs Bunny. He's been in Pixels. He's been in SpongeBob. He's been in Scooby-Doo and so on and so forth.
So speaking of people doing the same voice for numerous characters, there was one gentleman who did the majority of the Looney Tunes voices, and he wanted a certain amount of money. They didn't want to give him a certain amount of money. So a lot of these characters are split up between people.
Good. Don't be a bully about it. I mean, if you're asking for too much money, you're asking for too much money.
I wouldn't call it too much money if half of your cast is done by me.
That's true.
If I am the official Bugs Bunny, Daffy, Porky the Pig, and Elmer Fudd, and I do Marvin the Martian, and I do Tweety Bird, that's 6 characters right there.
For sure.
I should be able to get $6 million because,
Is that
half
how much he asked for?
I don't know. They never asked how much he asked for. But out of an $80 million budget, you can't throw me $6 million for doing 6 characters.
Yeah, I agree. They should have just paid the man if it was within reason.
Mm-hmm. They made $230 million.
140 in profit. Warner's, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
Come on.
That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. So let's move on to this dude because I ain't got no more.
I got nobody left except for one.
Tell me.
Mr. Number 23.
Who?
Also known as number 45.
Who?
And at one point in time, number 12.
Never heard of this guy.
Michael motherfucking Jordan.
Is he a basketball player?
He is a basketball player. He is most arguably the greatest basketball player of all time.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah.
He's that crying meme.
No, he's this dude. He's this dude right here.
He's that meme of the black dude crying. That him? That him.
Yeah.
I do want to say that I appreciated him making fun of himself in the crying meme at the Kobe Memorial.
I did listen to his speech at Kobe's Memorial.
It was good.
It was really good.
So,
and I appreciated it.
He been all over this week for me, that and this fucking movie. So, to keep Michael Jordan happy, I'm not even going to let you give you any of stats for this guy. Because
no, I'll give you one stat and one stat.
I don't even want to hear it.
No, you got to hear it.
Okay, go ahead.
You got to hear it. So, I'm going to give you one. Because it's an important one, and it's not one that most people know. I'm not going to give you his MVPs or his third all-time scorings and all that shit.
Give it to me.
Check this out. So, from November of 1990 to June of 1998, the Bulls only lost. They never lost more than 2 games in a row while Michael Jordan was playing.
I wonder why.
Because he is the fucking greatest. He played 91, 92, 93. They won rings. He played 96, 97, 98. They won rings. They also had the best winning season until your Bay Area boys came out and won that shit most recently.
What's up, Warriors?
What's their record now?
1 million.
No, they only... How many...
I don't know how many they have.
Like, the Bulls only lost 10 games that season. I don't know how many the Warriors lost in their season. But it was less than 10. Fucking killing it.
So to keep Michael Jordan happy while filming,
Uh-huh.
Warner Brothers built him a basketball court.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Oh, yes, they did.
Dude, they straight up built him a basketball court so that he could practice in between filming. And this place became the spot to go play ball at by NBA players.
Look, it is boring as hell sitting on set
Uh-huh.
waiting for stuff to get done.
Absolutely.
Just so you can do your 15-minute thing on camera, but you waited 10 hours waiting. So why not play basketball?
Absolutely.
Plus, the majority of the cast are basketball players.
Uh-huh. You got a championship to win.
So why
Shit.
not?
So when other basketball teams were in town to play the Lakers or to play the Clippers or whatever, they would make their way over to the Warner Brothers lot to play basketball on this court.
With Bugs Bunny.
Fuck yeah! Well, he was.
He wasn't there.
He didn't get his ass out there. They didn't draw him onto the court.
This guy drawing.
But dude, tell me that's not awesome.
That's pretty
I
cool.
would love if this court still is up. I would love to play on it.
They tore it down. They're
Damn.
like, I don't know if they did. I'm just joking.
Oh, you broke my heart.
I don't know. The next time you're on the Warner,
I wouldn't doubt it if they kept it.
next time you're on the Warner Brothers lot,
I maybe
ask somebody if there's a basketball court.
I might be there on Monday actually. So yeah.
Find somebody who's really nice, look like they've been there a long time.
Uh-huh.
Ask them.
Okay.
Say, hey, girl.
I usually go to the props department, but
Yeah, the props people, they're the ones who know. They know everything.
they know. They know
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm saying.
Dude.
Be like, hey, girl, is that Michael Jackson basketball court still around? Like,
I don't know.
oh, you mean the basketball court?
Uh-huh. They probably just chose a hangar and built it.
Probably. Michael Jackson. Whew. Michael Jordan.
The other MJ.
It's only because in my notes I literally just wrote MJ because I was tired. I was
MJ.
tired of writing his name.
I get the ball.
And yes, I think of Michael Jackson immediately. So Michael Jordan.
Not Magic Johnson.
No. Who do I talk about? What MJ do I talk about the most? Michael Jackson. Thank you. Okay. So
Michael Johnson.
Michael. I've seen Magic Johnson.
I said Michael Johnson.
It's-
Track runner.
Oh, I was like, are you just mixing her name? That's true.
No, he's a real
I
guy
would
too.
no, I know who he is. He's an Olympic gold medalist,
Fuck
and
yeah.
at a point in time, he was the
He
fastest man
was
in the
the
world.
fastest man in the world.
Telling me my see now, we need to do a track movie. I got you, girl. I'll do all the facts.
Just did cool runnings.
That was a bobsled movie with small parts of track. There was 2 scenes.
Name it. What do you want to do?
Don't worry about it, bitch. I'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
Okay, Michael Jordan's. Not Mike. Don't call him Michael Jackson. He don't like that. Michael Jordan shoes in the movie were Air Jordans 11.
Uh-huh.
Today, if you go online and try to buy these SpaceJam Air Jordan 11s, it would cost you between $200 and $430.
You gotta be shitting me. Dude.
So yeah,
I had those shits in not in 96. I had them in like 98. I was a little late. But high school, that's all I wore. I had the Jordan headband. I had the Jordan t-shirts. I had the Jordan sweats. I had the Jordan shoes.
I've never in my entire life owned Jordans.
Really?
Never wanted them. Never gave a shit.
Nah, dude. I got a job at 15. Had to get me some Jordans.
I'm sorry. I didn't play basketball. They don't got that good grip for just like regular shit. They're just,
Sure they do.
I don't know. I don't wear them.
Jordans are the most comfortable shoes that I have ever worn, arguably.
I don't know. I love fucking Vans and Chucks.
I love...
I'd rather spend $40 on that than
Now,
$240
I
on
am
some.
in no way a sneakerhead, but I did have a number of Jordans at the time.
Never.
I wish that I had the originals. Those shits were dope. All they had was the Nike swoosh on the side, red and black. They had the Velcro over the front. Oh my God.
Do you think that I could ask my parents to give me $200 so I can go get some shoes?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No. How much are these joints right here? 135.
Like
150 with tax.
my brothers maybe got one pair of Jordans, and that's because they actually played basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And if they got any other pair after that, it came out of their own goddamn money. So
Rashad, it's March. Where you at?
at home, being an old ass man, taking care of babies, shaking hands and kissing babies.
You realize that I still have not gotten Rashad on the court?
Because he's. I'm just gonna move on.
He's an old ass?
I was gonna say something that I would say if he was sitting here, but since the whole world doesn't know my relationship with my brother, it's just gonna sound mean, so I'm not even gonna say it. Not gonna say it. He would get a kick out of it, what I was about to say, but you guys would be like, Zenobia is so mean to her brother. It's awful. You should hear the shit he says to me though. Okay, so no, Michael Jordan. Not Michael Jackson. I keep wanting to say
Nobody
Michael
brought up
Jackson.
Michael Jackson but you.
I do, because I keep looking at MJ and wanted to be like, so Michael Jackson's,
Okay.
Michael Jordan's real kids are not in this movie. Those
No,
are
they're
not his
Those
kids.
are actors.
But their names are. So Jeffrey, Marcus, and Jasmine are his real kids' name.
Yes, they are.
But they had actors playing them.
Don't drop that
I saw
shit.
So we were kind of talking about this with Smashy about the retired jerseys and shit.
Uh-huh.
So when Michael Jordan.
You guys saw it. I did nothing.
So in the movie when Michael Jordan returns to the Bulls,
Uh-huh.
like you said, he is wearing number 45 and not number 23. And that is because number 23 was already motherfucking retired.
Yep.
And I think that's funny because if it's retired, I would just pull up a stick and be like, yeah, but I'm not retired anymore. So pull that shit down from there and then put it back out when I retire.
Yeah.
Just
I would have an issue with it too.
4 years. 4 years, I can't just go back to the number that I've had for a cajillion years. That's all. I never knew his number was 45.
Yeah, I will never
He's 23.
associate Michael Jordan with 45 or number 12, which he wore one time when he was playing against the Charlotte Hornets.
So when he was on whatever baseball team he was he number 23?
I don't know. I would assume so. I don't know. He was playing for the Barons. Or at least in the movie he is. I'm assuming that he did for in real life too. But I didn't follow his baseball career. I followed his basketball career. But yeah, one time he wore number 12 with no name on the back.
Why?
Because
He's
an
got his
employee from the Charlotte Hornets stadium stole his jersey.
Did they get fired?
I don't,
Did they ever find him?
I don't know.
I would steal his jersey.
But he played with number 12 for that one night.
I would have tried to steal it after the game, though.
Yeah, after it's been sweating.
Yeah, that's when you want it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it one that he looked at and he handled, but he didn't wear it during the game. Takes all the mojo out of it.
But it's also a legendary night. There's only one night where he wore number 12.
And it's because I stole his jersey.
Yep.
Because I'm a thief. I don't know.
Oh, you really want that to be your reputation?
Fuck yeah, man. Put it on my tombstone. I want to be buried in that jersey.
So somebody in Charlotte has Michael Jordan's jersey that he never got to wear.
I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. Because we had to look at this fool at a number
But
12.
I'm with you. I would have pulled down my number 23 jersey. If I unretire myself, that means the jersey's unretired.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, I don't want to be number 45 for the next 3 to 5 years.
What I'm saying is, how you going to tell Michael Jordan no?
This is true. Man,
How you going to, especially in the late 90s, how you going to tell me, no, I can't get, I'd be like,
not even the late 90s, the mid 90s.
I'd be like, don't you dare make me
Came back 95, 96 season.
call the janitor to pull that motherfucker down for the Raptors. Don't make me. You better just give it to me because Who wants to see
Negotiate.
me?
How about we do a ceremony to unretire it? How about I come out shirtless at the beginning of the game, you guys bring it down, and I just hold my arms up,
And you
and
just
from the
put it-
rafters, you just put it back on, and here we go. I tell you what, I'll score 63 points that night.
That seems like an awesome night. Like, if I could have seen him unretire and unretire his jersey. So is his number 45 retired?
I don't know.
See? So he doesn't have two like Kobe?
I wouldn't retire 45. I would only retire 23. Everybody knows Jordan as
I would have retired
number
it,
23.
unretired it, and then
Shit.
retired it. That would have been.
23. Right there.
Okay.
Shit, this is my only Jordan clothing that I have left. It's always going to be 23. Sorry.
I'm gonna, next time I see somebody with Jordan, something that says 23, I'm like, sorry, he's number 45. I'm sorry.
See how far that gets you.
Can you take that jersey off? His technical number.
Basketball heads take their shit seriously.
I'm just playing. I'd be like, dude, I don't give a fuck.
You're going to have a conversation after that.
You know what I'll say? I'd be like, look, I don't want to hear it. Just shut your mouth and let me make you a Space Jam. You got some strawberry jam? Got you, girl. All right, I'm out.
I'm out too. Michael Jordan did a hell of a job
He did a
playing
job.
basketball.
Yes. Hell of a job playing basketball.
He didn't do a bad job.
It's a kid movie.
In the movie. It's a
kid
kid
movie.
movie. It's a great movie. It's
kid
a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
If I didn't like it, we wouldn't do it.
This is Space Jam.
Here's your chance. Do your dance at the Space Jam. All
All
right.
right.
Okay.
Wave your hands in the air
If
if
you
you're
feel-
done with this episode.
I'm ready to sing my Z for the people. All right. So you ready
Can you
for
sing it in the light of one of the songs from the soundtrack?
It's time for Z for the people, people, people. Into the future. That's pretty good. Huh?
That's not bad.
It's time for Z for the people, people, people. All right. So,
For the
people.
time flies, don't it, babe?
It does. So, this week, it was kind of hard for me to figure out what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So, what I ended up doing was the Kids and the Arts Foundation. It provides art workshops for children who have cancer. This helps them with their healing process. So this helps them with drawing and painting and performing arts and singing and dancing, whatever helps them get their mind off of this horrible thing that's happening to them and helps them look forward to the future, which is something that cancer patients need for healing. They've been doing this for quite some time, and I was reading some of the stories of the children that this has affected, and they seem to enjoy it. I think that any kid that has a chance to draw cartoons or sing a song or learn a monologue are going to be happier and better adjusted children. So
I agree.
if you feel the need or you need the need of this foundation, go to kidsandthearts.org. Donate your time, donate your money. And yeah, that's Z for the people, people, people.
That's pretty good.
So that might be Zenobia's new jingle for Z for the people. Because
That was
we're
a fun
done
one.
with Z for the people, people, people. It's like a little mix.
Zenobia fades back.
Okay. So yes, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, iTunes, Podcast Bean, Castbox, iTunes. I don't know.
You all right?
No.
Google Podcasts, Google Play,
Spotify.
iTunes, Apple Podcast,
Those
Castbox,
Yep.
Podbean, all that good shit.
If you can
YouTube.
download it, you can see us on it.
You can see us. You can see how drunk I am right now. Because I promise you I am.
I had 2 shots.
I don't know how we're going to get through this scene. I hope we do all right.
We're going to hit this once. I don't have any more in me, so let's do this.
All right. It is
don't have-
late.
It is so late.
It is late. People are getting out of the club right now, and we're getting out of this podcast episode right now.
We're leaving the club. Lights, camera, cocktails.
Oh, let's go get some tacos.
You usually have the people down the street. I don't know if they're still
Right.
out there right now, but we should go.
Friday night, I wouldn't be surprised. We're in Los Angeles. I know there's tacos somewhere right now.
That Mexican restaurant I go to down the street's closed.
That's a good point. They did close down.
They did close
But the
down.
tacos weren't that good.
They were, but they were like the closest to your house. That's why I always went there.
They weren't Mexican tacos.
They were Mexicans.
They were something.
Okay. So, next week's movie. Let's get this.
Next week's movie, we're going to do a scene, and it's actually a dramatic scene, so I apologize in advance if I yell. Ooh, let me channel my inner Forrest Whitaker for a minute here.
Oh my God.
Oh, don't close your eyes, Jason. You're drunk.
I already did that, so let's go.
Have you lost your mind? Does anybody know why you left?
No. I told him my mother was sick.
Yeah, well, she just got better, so you can turn yourself around and get right back on that bus. All right. You got any idea what you're going to do then?
Yeah, I'll get a job and support us.
Doing what?
I don't know, something.
Earl, look at me. Look at me. You want to end up like me?
What's wrong with that?
I'm a park supervisor. I pick up trash.
Man, you run your own pro league. Everybody knows the Rocket.
Yeah, well, I can barely afford ends meet on my salary, and I'm alone. You got a family now. You got a chance. Shit, take it back. I'm sorry.
God damn it, I don't want to do it again.
I know. I don't want to do it again either,
Okay.
but we got to do it. We got to do it. We got to do it. We're drunk, but that's all right. Hey, Robert Downey did it for years. Come on, we can do this. He's trying to sober up with some water. All right, I'll join you.
Robert Downey was, I don't know, getting paid to be drunk. I don't know.
Okay. Have you lost your mind? Does anybody know why you left?
No. I told him my mother was sick.
Uh-huh. Well, she just got better, so you can turn yourself around and get your butt back on that bus. All right. You got any idea what you're going to do then?
Yeah, I'll get a job and support us.
Doing what?
I don't know, something.
Earl, look at me. Look at me. You really want to end up like me?
What's wrong with that?
I'm a park supervisor. I pick up trash.
Yeah, but you own your own pro league. I mean, everybody knows the Rucker.
Yeah, well, I can barely make ends meet on my salary. And I live alone. You about to have a family. Don't blow this. You have a chance to get a college education and then go on into the NBA.
The NBA? They ain't ever gonna pick me. That's a white boys league.
And you could be one of them. Shit, I fucked it up, didn't I? Damn it.
I'm gonna punch you because I only had like a couple words left and we could have been
know
done.
I fucked it up. I'm sorry.
You son of a bitch. This is it. If we don't get it on this way, you use the sober take.
I use...
Go.
They don't know about the sober take.
I'm sorry, you guys. There's a sober take.
Okay. One and done.
3 and done. 3 and done. I'm sorry.
Don't make me laugh
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it together.
Give me strength, Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus. Okay.
Have you lost your mind? Does anybody know why you're here?
No. I told him my mother was sick.
Yeah, well, she just got better, so you could turn yourself around and get right back on that bus. All right. You got any idea what you're going to do then?
Yeah. I'll get a job to support us.
Doing what?
I don't know, something.
Earl, look at me. Look at me. You really want to end up like me?
What's wrong with that?
I'm a park supervisor. I pick up trash.
And you own your own pro league. Everybody knows about the Rucker.
Yeah, well, I can barely make ends meet on my salary. And I live alone. You about to have a family. Don't blow this. You got a chance to get a college education and then move on to the NBA.
The NBA? That's a white boys league. They only pick 2 brothers per team, if that.
And you could be one of them.
Bitch! We did it.
I'm sorry.
It done.
Tried to get my Forrest Whitaker going on.
We made it.
Did I get the eye going?
You gotta. This one's gotta be.
This one's got to be squinty,
and
right?
This one's gotta be a cut. Close. You close. I can see it.
I forgot about that part. I forgot about the impediments.
We made it.
All right, you guys, we made it. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Happy Wednesday if this is when you're hearing this. We appreciate you. Please follow us on all platforms.
Yes.
We will see you guys right here next week on Lights Camera
Cocktails.
Go and get some sleep.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Dun, 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 dun.